project you've been putting off with CertaPro painters. They provide a free estimate quickly and at the right price. I had a great experience with CertaPro. CertaPro painters gave reliable updates and communication. Celebrate America's 250th anniversary with CertaPro painters and get $250 off projects of $2,500 or more. Schedule by July 10th and let freedom and fresh paint ring. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C.
Each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated.
For many of us, it's happening. Your hair is thinning, your crown's disappearing. Hair loss can feel like identity theft. Well, I've got good news. It's an incredible yet simple one-day treatment that starts regrowing your own natural hair the very next day and is guaranteed to grow for life. It's the Advanced FUE from Advanced Hair. We've all seen the pills and lotions that come with monthly subscriptions. They may sometimes help retain what you have, but they will never regrow hair that's completely missing. From Advanced Hair's state-of-the-art facilities to their world-class physicians, it's not maybe your hair will regrow. It's guaranteed that your new hair will grow. You decide how much, how thick, and where. For your free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts, call 872-217-HAIR. That's 872-217-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
You're listening to 104.3 The Score, powered by Circa Sports, the official sports book of The Score. Circa Sports, sports betting the way it should be, with no bet fees.
Don't live one more day with agonizing joint pain. QC Kinetics has solutions that will give you relief without steroids, harmful drugs, or surgery. The consultation is free. QCkinetics.com.
Congress has approved $80 billion for their swift IRS deployment. Now, this army of specialty trained agents are seeking out their quarry, you.
This is the IRS! Come out with your money!
Too commercial, huh? Unfortunately, it's reality. With the IRS's $80 billion increase in their budget and hiring 87,000 new employees, they are now making surprise visits to taxpayers' homes. Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more? Has the IRS garnished your wages yet? Have they levied your bank account yet? They will if you ignore them long enough. This is Patrick Noon of PJN Tax Solutions Group. We're a local tax resolution firm located right here in St. Charles, Illinois. Don't call some 1-800 firm 10 states away. We're right here. Give us a call now at 630-415-5296. Once again, 630-415-5296. Or visit our website, pjntaxsolutions.com. Either way, call us when you want the IRS off your ASS.
And now, Odyssey, WSCR 104.3 The Score, and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network exclusively present the Cubs Radio pregame show, driven by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana and GMC dealers. Brought to you in part by ABOC, Bosch Power Tools, HatsDesMoines.com, Pro Painters, Club Sitco, McGrath Acura of Westmont, Consumers Credit Union, the Salvation Army Adult Rehabilitation Centers and Thrift Stores, Fitzgerald Equipment, Southwest Airlines, the Village of Bedford Park, TimberTech Decking and Railing, and by Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. And now your host, Zach Zaidman.
After busting out for 9 runs on 10 hits yesterday in a 9-3 victory in Colorado, the Cubs are now looking for back-to-back wins for the first time in more than 2 weeks. Hi, everyone. A pleasant good evening to you from Oracle Park in San Francisco. I'm Zach Zaidman. It's the opener of a 3-game set between the Cubs and Giants. Coming up, we'll hear from Tommy Hotovy and Craig Counsell. But first, our conversation with Coom, sponsored by Yuengling Traditional Lager, the oldest brewery in America. And we're joined now by Ron Coomer. Coom, the Cubs haven't won 2 straight since beating Pittsburgh in consecutive games to stop their 10-game losing streak back in late May. But there sure were some encouraging signs yesterday in Colorado.
Yeah, there was. It was a good game to watch. In the respect that the Cubs offense played all game, right? First time through the lineup, not so much, but then, once Suzuki hit the home run, he hits the grand slam, and then all of a sudden the Cubs start pouring it on and balls start leaving the yard. And it was a game like you would expect in Colorado, and hopefully that will have some carryover, to your point, today, and some guys will feel a little bit better at home plate and a little freer mentally.
All right, let's get to it. Time now for the keys to tonight's game, sponsored by Heat and Frost Insulators and the Illinois Regional Insulation Contractors. Visit local17insulators.com, and by Toyota. Visit your Chicagoland Toyota dealer or toyota.com today. So right-hander Javier Assad-Coom gets the start for the Cubs with both Matthew Boyd and Jamison Tyone banged up. The Giants countering with fellow right-hander Landon Roop.
Well, Roop threw the ball well against the Cubs just, last weekend in Chicago, so that, there's going to be no surprises. He's got a good arm, and when he's throwing strikes, he can be effective. And, he's got multiple pitches, pretty good two-seam running fastball with the slider that goes with it. And for Assad today, everybody knows, he's the ultimate sinker ball pitcher. And it's a very good pitch, and I don't think a lot of hitters see it. And he's able to move it around, and when it's good, it affects the other pitches to me, and he gives up some hits, but he sure can get out of it in a hurry with the ground ball and the double play. I just think, they've got to be at the top of their game today for Assad and keep getting that ground ball, Z.
This is as picturesque of a baseball backdrop as there is in the majors, and it is a beautiful early evening here in San Francisco, sunny and 63 degrees. Coom, thank you. Coming up, the big picture next on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk on your ride home. Spiegel and Holmes, afternoons 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score.
A severe infection and cancer left both of Art's lungs weak and deteriorated. The solution? A life-saving procedure, removing both damaged lungs and transplanting 2 healthy donor lungs. Northwestern Medicine. Better.
Coom here. Baseball's been around a long time, since the 1800s, when pitchers threw underhand. You know what's been around even longer? Yuengling. Yuengling started brewing in 1829. People were drinking a cold Yuengling before baseball even existed. No box scores, no seventh-inning stretches, just great beer that stood the test of time for 197 years. So next time you're at a ballpark, grab a Yuengling traditional lager, because just like baseball, legends stand the test of time. Yuengling is proud to be the official beer of the Cubs Radio Network.
DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Since 1962, Fitzgerald Equipment has kept businesses moving with forklifts, rentals, and expert service. Featuring heli forklifts built to go the distance. Visit FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Trusted equipment powered by heli. Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Proud partner of Cubs Radio.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WebNow1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit BenjaminMoore.com today.
Every moment of Cubs baseball can be heard in crystal clear FM quality on 104.3 The Score and in the Chicagoland area on the Odyssey app. Cubs in San Francisco. This is the Cubs Radio pregame show driven by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Buick and GMC dealers. It is time now for the Inside Pitch, sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. What makes us better makes you better. We say hello to Score Baseball insider Bruce Levine.
At some point when a team with high expectations like the Cubs goes through a whole month with only 8 wins, the front office manager and coaches come under fire from the fans and multimedia. With underperformances by the offense and spotty pitching, the attention to Craig Counsell and the coaches was broached by President of Baseball Operations Jed Hoyer recently.
We've spent the last 2-3 weeks meeting with Craig, meeting with hitting coaches, talking to players about why are we struggling right now. And intuitively, this group of players is too good to have this last for forever. But it's lasted longer than we all hoped, and I think that's really been the focus. Is when you're winning, you sort of let it happen, sort of let it play out, and sometimes when you're winning, it feels like winning kind of finds you. And when you're losing, you're a lot busier, and you spend a lot more time asking questions and thinking about processes and thinking about mental skills and things like that. So I think that's really how you spend your time when you're struggling, is just trying to be productive and be a problem solver and not vent.
Zach, yesterday's offensive breakout in Colorado was a nice stepping stone toward normalcy for the offense. It's up to the players to have at-bats that produce close to 5 runs per game. The team was averaging up until May 8th once again.
Bruce, thank you. The Colorado Rockies come to Wrigley Monday, June 15th for the start of a 3-game series. Tickets are still available at Cubs.com/tickets. Coming up, the Cubs get a reliever back. That's next on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Great Cubs guests all season long. Rahimi, Harrison, Grody, middays 10 to 2 on 104.3 The Score.
Welcome to Old National Bank.
Hi, I was wondering what you could do for my small business.
Tons. Have time to talk?
Not much. We're in a 30-second radio ad.
Oh, I'll get straight to the point then. Our solutions are customized for small businesses. Our services make financial management simple, and our pricing is always transparent.
Outstanding. Wow.
Yeah. So, ever been in an ad before?
Nope. How do I look?
Good. But we're on the radio, remember?
Right. Hi, Mom.
Customized small business banking from Old National Bank. Member FDIC. Get old.
When you shop for a new Chevy at Bob Josh Chevrolet, you'll be more than happy. You'll be Jossified. That's the feeling you get when you enjoy outstanding savings from Bob Josh Chevrolet in Elburn. Right now, save on a new 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 with 0% APR financing. Bob Josh Chevrolet in Elburn next to Reams Meat Market. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. Includes tax, title, and license on select models with approved credit through GM Financial. See dealer for details. Expires 7/7/2026.
As a fitness coach, my active psoriatic arthritis can slow me down. With Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, I'm treating my skin and joint symptoms so I can keep moving. Skyrizi, a prescription-only injection for adults, helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And for those who have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible. With Skyrizi, there's no daily dosing. It's just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement. And that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app. Check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
All Cubs triples and saves are sponsored by Northern Illinois Food Bank. Help close the door on hunger. Visit solvehungertoday.org. Cubs in San Francisco. This is the Cubs radio pregame show driven by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Buick and GMC dealers. Time now to check on who's hot and cold. Sponsored by Plumbers 911. Plumbing emergency, call 1-833-PLUM-911. Local 130 plumbers get the job done right the first time. Pete Crow Armstrong has reached base safely in 15 straight games. During that time, he's batting .359 with 10 extra base hits, including 5 home runs. The cold, Dansby Swanson, 6 for 45 over his last 15 games, a .133 average with no home runs. The Cubs have activated reliever Trent Thornton. He's back from paternity leave, his wife giving birth to a healthy baby boy. Right-hander Tyler Ferguson has been optioned. Coming up, Assad's Ascension, next on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Nico Horner. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Step up to the plate at Fair Oaks Ford and Fair Oaks Lincoln, where every deal is a fair ball. Here's our winning game plan. Good, better, best. Good, a full lineup of vehicles ready to get you out on the road. Better, pricing that hits a home run without striking out your budget. Best, the Fair Oaks experience, where every visit feels like a grand slam. Swing by today and see why Fair Oaks Ford and Fair Oaks Lincoln in Naperville are the MVPs of Chicagoland dealerships.
Hey, Cub fans, want to know what it's like to be inside the booth with Pat and Ron? Join our Patreon, Inside the Booth with Pat and Ron.
He drives one in the air. Deep right field. It's got a chance. Gone. Can you believe it? Pete Pro Armstrong delivers.
Join Inside the Booth with Pat and Ron for just $4.99 a month.
Wrigley Field is up for grabs.
Head to patreon.com/Pat and Ron. Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit BenjaminMoore.com today.
Today's veteran of the game is Thomas M. Hagen from Hammond, Indiana, who served in the United States Navy. Thank you for your service. Sponsored by JeffBuysYourHouse.com. Veteran-led and trusted since 2007. Cubs Giants in San Francisco. This is the Cubs Radio pregame show, driven by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Buick and GMC dealers. In our Cubs conversation, once again, right-hander Javier Assad is being asked to fill in as a starter after coming out of the pen last weekend. So I asked pitching coach Tommy Hotovy to help us understand the challenges Assad has to be successful in every role.
I don't think you really can describe it. It's not an easy job to do. It takes a very special type of person to not only understand your value and understand there's going to be fluctuations in usage and bullpen usage and starting usage, but he knows that he's a really good pitcher and he's a very valuable pitcher, and when he gets his opportunity, he takes advantage of it every single year and every single time. And to do that, you have to be prepared. And it just speaks volumes, I think, to Javi's preparedness and what he does to get himself ready every single day.
Can you take us through what does that preparation entail?
So it's very important to understand what you need to do to be ready to throw every single day, no matter what role that is. So many guys get confined to, if I'm in this role, I have to do this. If I'm in this role, I have to do that. And Javi has made it very simple and be like, okay, well, no matter what I'm throwing, here's my routine. And then we can build the lifting and the arm care and all that stuff around it, but he's very simple. He keeps it very simple, and as long as he stays with what he knows he needs to do, he's going to be really good no matter what role he's in.
He was outstanding last time out Sunday against these Giants. Quick turnaround, though. How do you make things a little bit different for San Francisco?
Yeah, I mean, I think the first thing is evaluating what worked, and what we used that really was working for him, and then how can we layer in the things around it that maybe we didn't show him. Like maybe there's some bats where we didn't show the curveball or didn't show a breaking ball in a situation where we wanted to. So finding those moments, but also not trying to overcomplicate it, because if something was working, let's see, how they adjust as well. So I love the cat and mouse game. That's probably some of my favorite series are the back-to-backs, or the ones where you see an opponent very quickly, because to me that's where you get to really shine and like, okay, here's some things we can do differently, here's some things we can change, but here's some things that work really well, and let's see how they adjust. It's to me I relate it to like in a football game where you have the first half where you come out with your offense and see how the defense reacts, and then everybody makes adjustments, and that's kind of how I like to see it.
We're going to call tonight Hotovy's halftime adjustments. I like it. You've had to deal with a lot this season. The reason that Assad is on the mound tonight is because, take your pick, it's either JMO or Matthew Boyd unable to go. How do you navigate all this?
It's, each year presents its own challenges. And I think, number one, when you have as many injuries as you have, you try to evaluate everything from a workload standpoint to the work we're having guys do, to drill work. All those things add up to, to work and work guys are putting in. We try to evaluate, are there things we missed? Are there things that were showing up that we didn't see? Some of them are just random injuries that happen, and things happen, right? And in this game, injuries do happen. So it's a big puzzle every year. It's a puzzle you're putting together, you're moving the pieces around, and you're trying to do what's best for not only the team, but every single player that you have. So like to think I'm a decent problem solver. That's kind of the way I look at my job is you try to find something that's not working and you find ways to fix it. And this is just one of those layers that we feel like we have a good group of guys that are keep fighting and working hard, and we're going to keep putting those pieces of the puzzle in the right spot as much as we can.
What don't we see that you have to deal with because of all these different injuries that is not talked about?
I think just the amount of time that and effort that is spent on building rehab schedules and throwing programs. Like our schedules, like we go on the road, relievers are going out, example today at 4:15 meeting for a 4:50 stretch. We were out there at 3 o'clock with all the rehab guys doing all the work and throwing, and then we had the starters bullpen. So you're out on the field for 2 hours prior to when the guys that are throwing in the game that day are actually coming out to throw, because you're trying to get guys healthy and you're working on things and you're building out these throwing programs. So I think it's just the amount of time that gets spent and dedicated to building out these programs and monitoring them, and not trying to neglect at all the guys who are actually pitching that night. So that's the toughest balance for me, is like, how do I give the attention to the guys that are active that need my attention and our pitching group's attention, but also making sure we're getting the work in with the guys that are coming back as well.
Well, best of luck tonight, as well as all the other stuff. Tommy, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Cubs pitching coach Tommy Hotovy. The Cubs strongly encourage the use of all public transportation, especially CTA buses and trains, when traveling to Wrigley Field. For all games, the Cubs offer a free bike valet service located by the Addison Red Line station. For details, visit Cubs.com/transportation. Coming up, the Manager Show, next on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score.
Hey Cubs fans, Southwest Airlines here with more reasons why flying Southwest from Chicago just makes sense. We treat you right. We're reliable as heck. And, this is big, we go where you want to go, with over 80 nonstop destinations out of Midway alone. So go with what just makes sense. Don't overthink it. That's for FIPS, WOBAs, and WARPs. Am I right? Southwest Airlines, the official airline of your Chicago Cubs. Based on published Midway flight schedules as of 2/24/26.
Chicago baseball fans, Ron Coomer here. Spring in the city means the return of baseball and the start of backyard season. If you're thinking about upgrading your outdoor space, TimberTech Decking combines advanced innovation with the beauty of real wood without the maintenance. Built for resilience through the Midwest weather, it's designed to perform season after season. Order free samples or connect with a contractor near you at TimberTech.com. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
ZipRecruiter.
Some days self-care starts with Nature-Made gummy vitamins, a deep breath, and a little encouragement.
Mom, I'm really nervous.
Me too, honey, but we've got this. Repeat after me. I'm gonna have a good day.
I'm going to have a good day.
I choose joy no matter what comes my way.
I bring joy wherever I go.
Quality gummy vitamins from Nature-Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
When choosing a financial partner, you want people you trust. At Consumers Credit Union, you can trust they put you first. Partner with the people in your corner at myconsumers.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
Cubs Giants in San Francisco. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on The Score, the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network. WSCR, WSCR FM, and HD1 Chicago.
Time now to hear from manager Craig Counsell, brought to you by Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy. Sip the fruity, candy-coated chaos. Here's Coom.
Counts yesterday's ball game. A good ball game for you guys. Kind of a normal Colorado ball game for your offense, and I'm sure that was fun to see for you.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we pitched really well.
We pitched ourselves out of some JMs and just giving up 2 runs in Colorado in a day game is job well done. We finally got some big hits, and we finally hit some homers with some men on base. So a good day, and guys like Alex, Carson Kelly, those are some guys that needed big hits, and so glad those were the guys that got them.
When you look at that and the offensive production, your thoughts on that being able to help them turn the page a little bit and get going a little?
Yeah, I mean, it's a start. I mean, it doesn't guarantee him, a hit today or an extra base hit today, but it's a start, and it's hopefully a good night's sleep for him because of it, and hope those kind of things are what you hope allow you to relax a little bit.
Right. We're in San Francisco. We just played them, obviously, just last week in Chicago. Your thoughts on playing another team this close to when we just saw them in Chicago?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. It's going to be 2. We're going to face 2 of the starters that we faced in Chicago. They're going to Javi Assad's pitching tonight, so they're obviously going to look at Javi just Sunday. So, it's one of those where there's not much advanced work to do here. They've got a couple new relievers. Other than that, it's the same kind of game.
Yep. With Assad, he came in a really tough situation and did a phenomenal job. Your take on what Javi did so well and what you want to see him continue?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think Javi's very simple. Like the two-seam fastball to his glove side, so that's into lefties, away from righties. Like he has to be on point with that pitch, and the hitter has to fear that pitch. When he's doing that, he's going to be good. If he can't do that, he's in trouble. He doesn't spin the ball great. He doesn't have a great changeup, but that pitch is a pitch that scares hitters. It's a take pitch. It makes them fast on some other pitches. So, that's, I hate to boil it down so much, but for Javi, I really think that's the key to this thing.
And at times he'll pitch himself into a little trouble with hits, and then that pitch gets him out of trouble with the ground ball, right?
Yeah, with the ground ball or the strikeout or the take, right? So, he's going to have to do it again. They saw him, but when that pitch is on, it doesn't really matter that the hitter kind of knows it's coming, and so that's the key to establish that pitch, I think, right away.
Good luck here in San Francisco. Keep it going.
Thanks, Coom.
Yep. It's the manager show. Zach, back to you.
The perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watch, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Glide Ensemble performing the national anthem tonight here in San Francisco. The national anthem sponsored by the Salvation Army Adult Rehabilitation Centers and thrift stores, fueling recovery, hope, and second chances. When we come back, the pick to perform next on The Score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Craig Counsell. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Remember enjoying those iconic red, white, and blue freezer pops in the summer? Now imagine that flavor reinvented as an energy shot. Introducing the Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shot. A flavor explosion of sweet cherry, zesty lime, and electric blue raspberry that all come blasting together for a seriously refreshing shot. Ignite your taste buds with the flavor of the summer. Get a Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shot today. For more information, visit 5hourenergy.com.
Cubs in San Francisco. Who are you banking on? Is sponsored by Busey Bank. Building business, growing wealth since 1868. I'm banking on Michael Busch, who has reached base safely in 17 straight games, a .328 average during that time with 3 homers and 11 runs batted in. The pitching matchup sponsored by Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Enjoy the laid-back experience of Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Right-hander Javier Assad going for the Cubs, 3-1 with a 4.73 ERA. He came out of the pen last Sunday when Jamison Tyone injured his hamstring, and Assad fired 6 1/3 innings of scoreless baseball. Meantime, fellow right-hander Landon Roop going for San Francisco, 5-6 with an ERA of 4. Last Saturday at Wrigley, Roop allowed 1 run in 5 2/3. It's time for baseball in the Bay Area. Cubs, Giants, Pat, Ron, next on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Craig Counsell. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, it's Ron Coomer. This season, my partner Jeff Neidiger and I are honoring our heroes through Veteran of the Game on The Score. Jeff's a combat veteran himself, helping families sell their homes the easy way since 2007.
Whether it's an inherited property or you just need to sell without the hassle, we buy houses as is with no gimmicks. You pick the timeline, take all your memories, and we handle everything else.
Give them a call at 630-556-8892. That's 630-556-8892 or jeffbuysyourhouse.com.
Hey, baseball fans, step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports is sports betting the way it should be, with no bet fees in Illinois. Circa Sports brings you player-friendly pricing, enhanced in-game options, exceptional customer service, and more. Whether you're betting with the home team or scouting the next big matchup, take your swing with the Circa Sports app. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com.
Chicago weather is tough. Your home siding should be tougher. Hardy Siding is engineered for our climate. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Learn more at jameshardy.com.
Hey Cubs fans, Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer here. This Cubs season, listen to the Cubs in crystal clear FM quality on 104.3 The Score.
It's got a chance! Gone! Pete Crow, the long home run.
Imagine listening to all the action on FM.
Cubs baseball has never sounded this good.
Listen to every game on your home of the Cubs. 104.3 The Score.
Presented by the official sports book of The Score. Circa Sports. Sports betting the way it should be with no bet fee.
This broadcast is presented by Bet365, where winning is everything. Download the Bet365 app and lock in your picks before the game begins. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in select states only.
And now, Odyssey and 104.3 The Score bring you Chicago Cubs baseball on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Gone! 3-run homer. Ian Happ is going to be gone. 3-run homer. Pete Crow Armstrong. Now Busch drives one in the air. This ball's got a chance. Gone! This is what you came here for. You got the Cubs game on The Score.
Chicago Cubs baseball is presented to you in part by the Volvo XC90, Benny's Beverage Depot, Benjamin Moore, Grand Appliance, James Hardy Building Products, Laturo Tire, It's Not a Game, Illinois.com, Old National Bank, Sea Glass Wine, Sloan, Southwest Airlines, Xfinity, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, and Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. And now, here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes, and All-Star Ron Coomer, with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
Chicago Cubs baseball is on the air from Oracle Park in Northern California. It's time for Game 1 of this 3-game weekend series between the Chicago Cubs and the San Francisco Giants. Good evening, everybody. Along with former Cub and All-Star Ron Coomer, it's Pat Hughes reporting. Zach Zaidman working alongside. We all thank you for joining us, and we are aware of the time change, so thank you for staying up late to listen back in the Midwest. It is a gorgeous early evening here in Northern California. Temperature in the mid-60s, not a cloud in the sky. We are right next to beautiful San Francisco Bay. You can see the ocean just beyond the right and right center field fence. Game 1 of the series, a battle of right-handers on the mound. Javier Assad starting for the Cubs. He is 3-1. and he'll be opposed by Landon Roop, who is 5-6 for San Francisco. Let's go ahead and get right to the starting lineups for tonight's game. Brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Leading off for the Cubs tonight in center field is Pete Crow Armstrong. Alex Bregman at third base. Michael Bush at first base. The cleanup man in left field is Ian Seiya Suzuki in right. Nico Horner batting sixth and playing second base. The designated hitter is Moises Ballesteros. Carson Kelly, the catcher, bats eighth, and Dansby Swanson batting ninth and playing shortstop for the Cubs. Those are the Cubs. Here are the Giants. Luis Arraez at second base leads off. Bryce Eldridge is the designated hitter. Casey Schmidt in left field. The cleanup man at first base is Rafael Devers. Jung-Hoo Lee, the right fielder. Lee batting fifth. Willie Adames at shortstop. Matt Chapman batting seventh and playing third base. The center fielder is Drew Gilbert. And batting ninth for the Giants and catching, Daniel Susac. So there you have the lineups. Game time temperature right around 65. Just a beautiful night for a game. Game time temperature sponsored by Four Seasons, your trusted local experts for heating, air conditioning, plumbing, sewer, and electric. The Cubs occupy the first base dugout here in Northern California. The Giants over in the third base dugout. Momentarily, the Giants' defense will take the field. Cubs are wearing their traveling grays, gray shirts and trousers, red numbers on their backs, and the rest is pretty much blue hats and sleeves and socks and a variety of shoe colors. Giants in their off-white, kind of a cream color shirts and trousers, black numbers, black hats, and black socks, and orange shoes for most guys. Uniform description sponsored by Benjamin Moore. On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. The umpires have already had the exchange of lineup cards and a brief discussion of the ground rules. Todd Tishner all set to call balls and strikes. Tyler Jones working at first. The second base umpires Clint Vondrak and Adam Hammery will make the decisions at third. Announcement of the umpires sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. The lights are on tonight, and the lights for tonight's game powered by ComEd. We are ready to go, the Cubs and Giants. Back to get it started right after this on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Spiegel and Holmes, great Cubs guests and more on your way home 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score.
Pat, did you know that our Catch Des Moines radio spots are now award-winning? It must be these golden pipes and our witty repartee.
Don't flatter yourself, partner. Des Moines is the real star. With award-winning attractions and a central location, it's the perfect getaway and the best thing since sliced bread, which, by the way, was invented in Iowa.
Ooh, do you think leftover steak de burgo would be good as a sandwich?
Rod, you never have leftover steak de burgo.
Then I guess I better order two.
Des Moines, it's a trip. Make it yours at Catch Des Moines.
And that makes it the perfect time for a Flight by Yingling. Just 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, and packed with flavor. Flight is the next generation of light beer from the oldest brewery in America. Look for Flight wherever you buy beer. And I would talk about the game, but we just had two Hall of Famers talking, so we were a little late going on with our first hit here. John Miller came in the booth, and when the two Hall of Famers talk, you just be quiet and let you guys talk. That's the deal. We'll play baseball eventually. A guy told me, Zach, one time, who I'm good friends with, the first inning can be overrated.
And that guy's a Hall of Famer, mind you.
Hall of Famer. Yeah, that's right.
John Miller came in. Always good to see him. I said, John, would you like to have some airtime tonight? He said, oh, no, I'm too bashful.
That's what I think about John.
And I think that's probably the first time he's ever uttered those words. But it is good to see him, as always. As we get this ball game underway, Pete Crow Armstrong and a couple of runs scored yesterday. He had a single and a double. Let's see if he can get the Cubs rolling tonight here in San Francisco. Beautiful night for a game. Nice crowd filling up Oracle Park.
Bashful.
Very bashful. Hasn't held him back, though.
Yeah, that's good.
And the pitch on the way to Pete. It's taken high, and away we go. Pete's been on base now 15 consecutive games with a hit or a walk or a hit by pitch. And that's one of your primary responsibilities as a leadoff batter. Get on base. He'll take outside. Ron, if you were in the lineup against Landon Roop, what would be your approach?
Well, you got to be prepared. He's a guy, he's got a good arm, and he kind of sprays the ball around the strike zone a little bit. But a good, that three-quarter delivery, so you know he's going to get good movement on his fastball, and it's going to go down. The breaking ball from that arm angle is going to stay somewhat flat, so it's going to sweep across the zone to the right-handed hitter.
Swing and a miss, 2-2, off-speed pitch.
It's also a very good arm angle for the changeup against left-handed hitters.
Cubs leadoff man presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. If Pete Crow-Armstrong gets a base hit, Benny's will donate $200 to service dog charities. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. The next pitch dribbled foul, almost sounded like a broken bat. Pete apparently just got jammed and did not break the stick. Still 2-2. I was thinking about leadoff hitters before, Ron. Pete's done an excellent job setting the table. He checks and swings and misses. The ball gets away, and Pete is going to be hit by a pitch. That's the ruling.
He is out.
He is hit by the pitch.
I think Pete's going to be out. He swung, and the ball hit him, so it means it's a dead ball. And because he swung when they appealed, he's going to be out. Yeah.
So he swung, and it is strike three.
Yep.
And Craig Counsell, as you explained it, Ron, once you swing your bat and it's called a strike, if the ball does hit you, it's still a strike, and you're out. So a strange way to begin the game. It is a strikeout. Here's Alex Bregman. Just thinking about leadoff hitters, though, Ron. I want to get your opinion, as Bregman will take outside, because I have mixed feelings. That's
right.
why I love to see a guy aggressive and maybe hit the first pitch of the game for an extra base hit. You talk about setting a tone. But on the other hand, here's a pitch. You were a middle-of-the-order hitter. Did you find it helpful when the first hitter or two would take a few pitches just to let you see what a pitcher has on a certain day?
Absolutely. If you're in a situation where you click on one right away, okay, great. But it is very helpful for the guys in the first inning that are hitting behind the leadoff guy. You know, if you can kind of induce all of the repertoire of pitches from the starting pitcher. If you can do that, that's outstanding for everybody hitting behind the leadoff guy.
Here comes the 1-2 to Alex Bregman. He'll take a strike. He'll take a pitch outside, 2-2. Alex drilled a home run yesterday in Denver, his 6th of the year. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. That pitch in the dirt, so back-to-back strikeouts for Landon Roop. And the batter is Michael Busch.
Well, they use the term sweeper now. That is the new term in baseball that we've used for a while with certain breaking balls. To me, this is the guy that you would use that term. I don't care what era you're in. When a guy throws from that three-quarter delivery and he throws a breaking ball, it's very tough to get on top of the ball and get it going down, but, boy, you can surely get it going across the zone.
Michael Busch will take a strike. Roop has been up and down this year. He had a very strong first month of the year, but then really struggled in the second month. He had 5 wins by April the 26th, and he has no wins since then. Here comes the 1-1. Fastball at the knees for a strike to Michael Busch. Cubs winning yesterday, so they maintained a record above 500. Still looking for their first series win since the one that ended on May the 7th against Cincinnati at Wrigley. That was the wild 4-game series sweep. The 1-2 pitch dips down low, and it's 2-2.
This first inning is powered by Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated.
We saw Roop last weekend at Wrigley. Here's a changeup low for a ball. He really pitched pretty well when we saw him, Ron.
Now, they're going to appeal this pitch. Catcher thought it was a strike.
And it was. And the inning is over. 3 straight strikeouts for Landon Roop. We go to the bottom of the first inning. 0-0 game on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Live in the Chicagoland area? Get all the Cubs games on the Odyssey app. AUDACY.
Hey, Chicago, Coom here. Stats don't lie. Want MVP numbers in light beer? That's Flight by Yuengling. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp, refreshing. That's elite if they're beers. Padding stats with extra carbs and no flavor. Care about your beer stats? The choice is obvious. Flight is dominating. Numbers don't lie, Chicago. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Man, with these Bosch lasers, I can knock out the job. You tell him, champ. Who are you? I'm your inner Bosch. My inner... Bosch, baby. I'm that feeling you get when you got a job on the ropes. Like a window install? One you're about to knock out with Bosch lasers. Oh. More like KO, am I right? Was that a punchline? Sure was, Laser Man. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi at the same price for 5 years? During the Xfinity Summer Savings Event, now through June 15th, new customers can get our best price on gig Wi-Fi. Just $50 a month for 5 years. No annual contracts, no hidden fees. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees. Extra speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Our engineer is Tanika Burrell here in the Bay Area. Mr. Work Tanika again does an excellent job. As we go to the bottom of the first inning, Luis Arraez first up. Luis Arraez is kind of a line drive hitting machine. Every time you look up, he's got a good batting average. .327 right now as he takes the strike run. And as you think about Javier Assad pitching for the Cubs, what's on your mind?
I just think for Javi, it's all about that two-seamer. You know, and I don't think a lot of people in the league, you know, there's not a lot of guys that throw that sinker, a legitimate sinker. And he has one. That two-seamer is a good pitch. He can command it both sides of the plate, up, down. He gets a lot of contact. But, you know, he threw a heck of a ball game against these guys just less than a week ago.
That was last Sunday night. Here's a swing and a foul back. You might recall Jamison Tyone had to leave with what turned out to be a hamstring issue. So Assad was pressed into duty. He entered in the top of the second and went 6 1/3 innings, gave up no runs and just 1 hit and 1 walk. Now the 1-2 pitch on the way. Line toward left, base hit past a diving Bregman. Over to pick it up is Happ. And Luis Arraez, who takes one of the easiest looking swings in baseball, leads off the Giants first with a base hit.
You know, this guy just knows how to hit. And your explanation of him, of just having that, you know, short, compact swing, just hitting line drives. He hits the ball where it's pitched. This one probably just off the plate away, and he shoots it down the left field line for a single.
No score, bottom of the first. Bryce Eldridge, the batter. Since we saw the Giants, they lost 2 out of 3 to Washington. They were on the brink, in fact, of being swept on Wednesday afternoon. Here's the next pitch taken high. But they staged a miraculous rally to win Game 3. They were down 9-1 as late as the 8th inning. The Giants got 5 in the 8th and 5 in the 9th. The guy at the plate, Bryce Eldridge had a game-winning walk-off grand slam.
How about that?
2 balls and a strike on Eldridge.
Now, Feel Like a Bosch prediction brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. Feel like a Bosch.
Bush holding the runner Arise at first. Assad fires a strike.
We had a win in the game yesterday, and then we came here in Colorado. And I do believe Zach was the guy feeling very Boschish. So you're going to be Boschish tonight. You're on.
Do we have a spelling for the word Boschish? Here is the stretch for the 2-2 to Eldridge, a swing and a foul back.
Do you want to give it a go, or?
You're the one who said it, and
I just
I think the onus is on you to give it a try.
No, I call Uncle.
Now the 2-2 runner bluffing at first, not going. A breaking ball low, 3-2.
All right, I'll make my Bosch prediction.
Yeah.
I'm going to predict that Javier Assad pitches another gem. I'm expecting a quality start tonight from the right hand.
Got it. I love it.
All right, Zach, so you're on the board. 3-2 on Eldridge. Let's keep an eye on Arise. He's running. The pitch lifted foul, deep to left and out of play.
I would think in this ball game, Pat, to this scenario here, 3-2, no outs, 1 out. I would think, the Giants would get guys in motion in this situation because Javi is going to be around the plate with a sinker. There's a lot of balls put in play and a lot of balls put in play on the ground against him. So I would think they'd get guys in motion.
Eldridge takes strike 3 called. Assad with what looked to be a sinker that hit the inside edge. It kind of started off inside and then snuck over the inside corner at the very last second.
Yeah, it's a good pitch. It's the old lane changer. Starts out inside. Eldridge gives up on it, and then that ball just starts darting across the inside corner. Perfect pitch by Assad to get the punch out.
Casey Schmidt, the batter. No score first inning. 1 away and a man at first. Schmidt takes a strike. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Infielders looking for a ground ball. Schmidt hitting .276 with 15 home runs. He bangs it foul off to the right out of play. Giants have quite a few good hitters in their lineup, Ron. They've had pitching issues, and that's why they are still 13 games below 500, but they've got some guys that can hurt you with the bat.
Yeah, they really do. You've got 2 guys that are amongst the league leaders all season long in hitting.
Schmidt takes the low, 1-2.
Arise and Lee, both having great years offensively swinging the bat. Eldridge is swung the bat well. And Adames with 11 and 29. Chapman 6 and 37. So they, along with what you're saying right now about Schmidt. So you've got to pitch very well against these guys in hopes that you can score some runs.
Oracle Park, a big outfield, especially right center, where it's 415 feet. The runner goes at first. Here's a high pop fly right side. Backpedaling and calling his Bush in shallow right. Tough play. He makes the catch. Never took his eye off the ball, and Arise hustles back to first.
Now Michael was camped under this ball in the infield dirt about 3 feet from the grass, and as the ball started coming down, the wind got a hold of it. The wind is I'm guessing, pretty substantial up above the stadium roof as I'm looking back kind of behind us. And then that ball got blown towards right field. So Michael had to take 3 strong steps to the outfield grass to make this catch. So the ball will really be carrying to right.
2 down, the left-handed batting Rafael Devers will take a strike. Scoreless game. It's only 309 down the right field line, but that's about a 20-foot high barrier out there. 365 straight away right. And the aforementioned 415 to right center. I don't think we've ever seen a ball leave the yard in that spot because it's 415 and it's a tall fence, a good, I'd say 20, 22 feet. You do see triples there, though. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Dead center, 391. Deep alley in left center, 399. So these are some of the biggest alleys of any park in baseball. 354 straight away left and 339 to the corner. Big yard. The 1-2. Pulled on the ground at first, glove by Bush. Grabs it, stomps on the cushion. 3 unassisted, ends the inning. Giants don't score, leave 1. We go to inning number 2, 0-0 game on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Chicago, this is Pete Crow Armstrong. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
At 19 weeks pregnant, I was attacking my baby. I'm Ellen, and my team said her only chance at survival was a rare procedure.
Ranked in Illinois for obstetrics and gynecology by U.S. News & World Report, the team at Northwestern Maternal Fetal Medicine Clinic treats high-risk pregnancies from across Chicagoland. They performed an unprecedented 5 in-utero blood transfusions to ensure Ellen and her baby had a compatible blood type.
Today, my baby is healthy and full of life.
Northwestern Medicine. Better.
Chicago weather is relentless. The ice, the snow, the summer humidity. Your home's exterior can take a beating. What if your siding was made to stand strong through it all? Hardy Fiber Cement Siding is engineered for our climate. It resists cracking in the freezing cold and won't swell in the summer heat. You get the timeless beauty of wood with lasting protection and low maintenance. Your home deserves the #1 brand of siding in North America. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Learn more at jameshardy.com. That's jameshardy.com.
The winning lineup for your home starts with the appliance experts at Grand Appliance. With top brands like Samsung, Grand Appliance can help your kitchen and laundry room perform like an all-star. And with fast delivery, professional installation, and of course, the lowest prices every day, Grand makes it easy to upgrade your home with the latest appliance innovations. Shop grandappliance.com or one of their 12 Chicagoland locations to learn more. That's Grand Appliance, Chicago's hometown appliance leader since 1930.
Every team needs a closer. Injured? Dial Pound Law. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs, Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
The second inning here in San Francisco. The Cubs and Giants are scoreless. The second inning is brought to you by Sea Glass Wines, delivering crisp, refreshing flavors that hit every time. Pat?
Second inning, Ian Happ is ready to step in the box. The home plate umpire, Todd Tishner, might have some kind of a clothing or...
I bet it's the microphone for the...
There it is.
Pitch count to talk about the pitches, ball strike thing. Someone stole his microphone.
Did you ever swipe a microphone from an umpire?
They didn't have them when I was playing.
That's beside the point. Here's a pitch outside to Ian Happ, ball 1. 1-0. I mean, maybe away from the park.
Yeah.
Now we're getting personal.
Yeah, I'm getting used to it, though.
Here's a foul off to the left out of play. We had a delightful discussion between innings regarding our hotel here in San Francisco.
Really?
Gorgeous hotel.
Yeah.
And it's got all kinds of modern amenities. Here's the 1-1 pitch taken high for a ball.
You love those modern amenities, don't you?
Not so much. For example, I'm tired last night just trying to close all the shades, make it nice and dark.
How'd that work out?
You would think it would take 10 seconds. It took a good 4 minutes because they have this automated curtain raising device.
Yeah.
If you hit the wrong button, you got to sit there. And you feel like a fool as the curtain slowly goes all the way up to the top.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you wave to some people and then hit the button again, and it slowly goes back down. Here's a swing and a foul back by Happ. But there's no reversing it. That's the point. Once it starts, it's on its way, and it's like it's going all the way to the end zone.
Yeah, you could make a cup of coffee in that.
So you guys didn't have that issue?
No. But it does take a while. Yeah.
You're a college graduate. Here's a swing and a foul off to the left and out of play. So that would
I think I'm the
that.
only non-college graduate in the booth, actually.
3-2 on Ian Happ starting this second inning. He's been up there a long time. We've Covered all kinds of hotel tips. Here's a foul down the right field line. Now, Zach
Now, did you figure out the sheer curtain also with that?
I'll say yes. I'll say also not completely yes. Now, Zach had a calamity of sorts. Here's the 3-2 pitch taken down low, and Ian Happ will have a leadoff walk.
And they're going to challenge this. Ball strike challenge, sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. Let's see what we got. Strike.
Pitch is a strike. San Francisco has 2 remaining.
It is a strike upon further review, and Ian Happ is out on strikes. 4 straight strikeouts to begin the game for Landon Roop. And the batter is Seiya Suzuki. 0-0 game. And the pitch on the way, and Seiya swings and misses. Now, Zach apparently considering some kind of a football comeback as a place kicker, according to the story he told us. Here's the 0-1. A pitch is outside for a ball, 1-1. He was practicing some of the placements and, the kick and the follow-through in his hotel room, and had the misfortune of having his toe stub against the tub. Here is a line drive down the left field line. Fair ball. Bounces into foul territory. Schmidt has it go behind him, and Seiya will stop at second. He had a notion of going to third, but he decided against it. Schmidt misplayed the ball. He thought it was going to bounce to him. It bounced beside him and ended up by the 339 sign. It's a 2-base hit. No score, second inning.
Yeah, it's a breaking ball, and Seth stays on it just long enough to hook this ball down the line. And I think what happens is this ball stays alive, hits the sidewall, doesn't kick back, it hugs the wall. And then Schmidt had to go all the way down, as you said, Pat, into the corner to get to that ball.
2-base hit for Seiya. Let's see if Nico Horner can drive in a run. Nico's average at 247. I'm more accustomed to seeing him up around 297. So he's due for a hot stretch, Nico Horner. And he's from the Bay Area. This would be a good series for him to lash out about 7 or 8 hits.
Get back on track here a little bit. He hit some really bad luck in Colorado. He hit some balls right on the button, and a lot of them right at people.
Double by Seiya Suzuki. He's at second. Seiya had the big grand slam yesterday. And now Nico pokes it foul. 1-2. Doubles by Cubs batter, sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Reliable, comfortable, convenient. Southwest just makes sense. Now the right-hander Landon Roop delivers. Here's a bouncing ball to second. Routine for a rise. He runs partway to first and then shot puts it to first. Out number 2. Suzuki moves to third on the play. And now it'll take some kind of a mistake or a base hit by Moises Ballesteros for the Cubs to get on the board.
Speed Gun today, that's powered by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that. Yeah, Ballesteros, this should be a good matchup for Ballesteros, I would think. This slider coming back to him or sweeping breaking ball. The pitch he's going to have to fight is that changeup that's going to be down and away because they're going to throw him up and then down and away.
He takes a slow curve for a strike. And some at-bats, Ron, a single would be a great idea right about now.
Yep.
You don't have to kill the ball. Just make contact and get that run in. Swinging a bouncing ball toward first, foul. Foul ball close to the bag. Tyler Jones, first base umpire, immediately and emphatically making that call.
Yeah, that ball was close to going right over the bag. Devers tried to get it and go right to the bag, but it was just foul.
Let's see if Moises now can find an opening and get the Cubs on the board. Ballesteros at 240. 6 homers, 23 driven in. The right-hander Roop coming back. Swinging a bouncer, slowly hit past the mound, charging a rise. The second baseman, a quick throw, gets him. And that ends the inning. Cubs get a one-out double from Suzuki, but nothing else. Inning number 2, 0-0 game on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here on 104.3 The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Plumbing emergency? Chicagoland depends on Plumbers 911. Licensed professional local 130 plumbers are available 24/7 for fast, reliable help. Call 833-PLUM-911. Local 130 plumbers get the job done right the first time.
Hyundai gives you America's best warranty on every new vehicle. It includes a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, plus 24/7 roadside assistance. That's peace of mind from Hyundai. And these days, that's priceless.
Right now, for a limited time, lease the Hyundai Elantra for $179 a month or get $2,000 total savings. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end July 6th. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Don't miss the Toast of the Game presented by Benny's Beverage Depot when we celebrate the game's greatest moments and players. Benny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Welcome to Old National Bank. Is that a suit of bubble wrap?
Hi. Yeah, I'm all about protecting myself and my finances. I understand Old National takes protection seriously.
You bet. We protect you with advanced fraud monitoring and secure digital banking to protect you today and dedicated personal bankers to protect your tomorrow.
I'm impressed.
So bubble wrap, huh?
Yeah, came with my couch.
Financial protection for today and tomorrow. Old National Bank. Just another reason to get old. Member FDIC.
Southwest Airlines is the official airline of your Chicago Cubs. And you can bet your sweet Cubbies we fly to their away games. Hint, hint.
Monday, June 29th is the University of Notre Dame night at Wrigley Field. Fans who purchase tickets through Cubs.com/specials will receive a special edition New Era Cubs and Notre Dame cap. Pat?
Bottom of inning number 2, Jung-Hoo Lee, the batter. He pokes it foul. This guy's a good hitter, 338 average. We saw him at Wrigley last weekend. Short, compact stroke. Not a big slugger. 3 home runs, 24 driven in. But he makes contact. Pulls a sharp ground ball to Bush. Down on one knee to make the pick. Shovels to Assad coming over in plenty of time. Score that one 3-1. No score, second inning. 1 down, bases empty for Willie Adames.
And defensive alignment tonight. It's sponsored by Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Learn more at FitzgeraldEquipment.com. This is a unique ballpark, and you were talking about it, Pat, in the first inning. And it's unique for the outfield alignment and what they do. And we'll go over that as this pitch comes from Assad.
Adames will take outside ball 1.
So with the really short right field corner and the high wall, for the right fielder, you can play well off the line because the ball's not going to go real far. It's going to hit, and that kind of protects you from having to go chase the ball a long distance like you would, let's say, at Wrigley Field where it's 357 or 356. It's only 309. So what it allows is for Seiya to play more into right center and Pete Crow Armstrong to swing around a little more towards left center. So Seiya towards right center and Pete a little more towards left center. And you kind of just let foul territory in that short porch kind of help you out a little bit.
Interesting, all of the different surfaces on that right field wall. From the foul pole extending out about 100 feet, you've got screen, you've got padding, you've got brick. You've got metal with the scoreboard numbers where they are displayed. So you don't really have any idea how it's going to bounce off that screen or off that wall.
Yeah, we've seen line drives hit the screen, hit and die there. And then, 5 feet over, it'll hit the bricks and come jetting back towards the infield.
Adames checks on a high fastball, does not swing. We're going to play the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. There are some Cub fans here. And the 2-2 pitch now. A high pop fly, shallow left center. Actually more on the infield for Dansby Swanson, just on the edge of the outfield grass. easy play for Dansby, and that's going to be out number 2. And the batter, Matt Chapman.
Good pitch by Assad. This gets the infield pop-up.
Chapman, a good ball player. Excellent third baseman. He can hit. Hitting .262 with 6 home runs. And he'll take a fastball inside. I was interested, Ron, listening to you as we were watching the Giants take infield, and you were kind of critiquing Matt Chapman. You like him, don't you?
Yeah, very much. This guy really, if you're trying to teach infield play, you know, there's certain guys in the league. The Cubs have a few of them, right? We know that. Bregman's outstanding. Dansby, Nico, and Michael Busch all work very hard and are very good at their position. This guy, Chapman, is also really good at what he does.
The 1-1, bouncing ball wide of third, gloved by Bregman. And one third baseman has just grounded out to the other third baseman. Giants do nothing. It's on to inning number 3, scoreless game. It's On the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Chicago, this is Alex Bregman. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Looking for a career where you can make a difference every single day? Enroll now for June medical assistant classes at Lincoln Tech's Melrose Park campus and train for a rewarding career that's in demand and meaningful. Visit lincolntech.edu to schedule a campus tour.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you.
Injured? Dial pound law.
Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
Treat your taste buds to the unforgettable flavor of delicious birthday cake with Birthday Cake Extra Strength 5-Hour Energy Shots. A decadent swirl of buttery vanilla cake with a frosting-like sweetness and a dash of sprinkles. Plus the iconic sugar-free 5-Hour Energy blend of B vitamins, nutrients, and caffeine. Sip the classic and comforting taste of birthday cake. Get a Birthday Cake 5-Hour Energy Shot today. For more information, visit 5hourenergy.com.
Chicago weather is tough. Your home siding should be tougher. Hardy Siding is engineered for our climate. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Learn more at jameshardy.com.
Kelly is on deck for the Cubs. Who's on deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com.
We go to inning number 3. Carson Kelly first up. Dansby Swanson to follow, and then Pete Crow Armstrong. First pitch to Kelly is taken low and inside. Carson had a home run yesterday. Quietly, he has been very consistent, hitting .282. Does a good job behind the plate defensively. Good ball player, Carson Kelly. A good man.
Yeah, very good. You know, he's a steady force behind home plate, and he has had a very good year for the Cubs so far.
Kelly will take outside from Landon Roop.
And this third inning is brought to you by Consumers Credit Union. People in your corner who stand up for you wherever you go. That's Consumers Credit Union.
Big crowd looking on. The 3-0 pitch is a strike, 3-1. In the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game, I'll go ahead and get us started.
Okay.
38,983. 39893. Here comes the 3-1 now from Landon Roop to Kelly. He bangs it foul off to the right out of play.
Zach had to do a little maneuvering here. I may or may not have kicked the cord out of the monitor here in our booth. That always helps.
Here comes the 3-2 pitch taken outside. Are the Giants going to challenge? The Giants thought it was a strike. They're going to challenge.
Ball strike challenge, sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
And it was a strike.
Pitch is a strike. San Francisco has 2 remaining.
Just hit the very edge of the top outside part of the box. A little comeback fastball. That's almost impossible to go after that pitch from where it started.
No score, third inning. One away, bases empty for Dansby Swanson. Dansby will look at a strike. Swanson at 178. 7 home runs. He's driven in 28. Here's the next pitch, rolled foul toward third. Quentin Berry, third base coach, made that play. Ron Coomer not on the microphone momentarily. Otherwise, he would have been providing his brilliant commentary. Here's a pitch down low for a ball. Ron had another issue and still has that issue as he is getting back into his chair now for a full report. Here comes the 1-2 on the way. Dansby pulls it foul toward third. You okay?
We're doing just fine.
Did you drop something under this table?
Well, the cord is right. Cords are right at my foot. Obviously, both feet, because one took out the monitor, the other one took out the microphone.
It's known as a double play. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, taken outside.
Outside of that, we're on a roll. But at least the chairs are great here.
Here comes the 2-2. And that's going to be outside for ball 3, 3-2. It's a unique booth. That would be about the most charitable way I could describe it. Here's the 3-2 pitch on the way. Popped up fair near first, and now in shallow right is Devers to make the call and the catch. And that's out number 2. 2 gone. Pete Crow Armstrong batting. 0-0 game.
I'm going to sit here. I'll just talk, but I won't move much. We'll just be okay.
I don't know if you could. There are these large ruts in the floor which make it virtually impossible to change your position of your chair, especially if you get in one of those ruts. Good luck. Here is a foul hit down the right field line and back out of play. And then what happens, you really retch, and you end up moving your chair much farther than you wanted to initially. So you're actually worse than you started. Here's a pitch down low to Pete Crow Armstrong.
Besides that, we're doing great.
And you invariably, when you move your chair, you will find one of those ruts. And it's like time just stands still. You're there for a while.
And if you try to use your foot, you can knock out a monitor or a microphone.
Here comes the pitch to Pete, and he fouls it away. Now, you didn't use your foot in anger, did you?
No. That was Zach.
That was Zach, okay. Well, still want to hear his kicking the porcelain of the tub story. We'll get to that a little later.
We got 3 days in San Francisco. We got plenty of time.
And plenty of adventures in the hotel. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Crow Armstrong. It's inside and 2-2. And the funny thing, or not funny, but the ironic thing about the ruts, they are strategically placed right smack dab in the middle of your area and one in my area. Perfect, right down the middle. Here's the 2-2. Driven toward right center field. On the run as the center fielder can't get it. Gilbert plays it on a bounce, but that's going to be a double for the fleet-footed Pete Crow Armstrong. Gilbert decided not to try to make a diving catch. I think he made the right choice. He took the angle back toward the wall to glove it on one hop, and that created a double for Pete Crow Armstrong.
Yeah, I think to your point, I think Gilbert made the right choice, because if he lays out for this ball and doesn't get to it, it's going to go all the way to the wall. Now you're looking at these massive gaps, in right center. That 415 mark comes into play. But Pete with a nice swing and a 2-out double.
Alex Bregman with a
Get your
chance to
counting the
drive
pitch.
in the game's first run. The Giants are challenging that ball strike call by Todd Tishner.
And that's sponsored by
Pitching the
Northwestern
ball,
Medicine.
Francisco has 1 remaining.
So the Giants are wrong. This was a ball by a wide margin, I might add. And now the Giants have only 1 challenge remaining for the final 7 innings of this game. And now the 1-0. Bregman takes a strike. Cubs need to get some clutch hits. We saw some yesterday, Ron, and I was reminded of how that's what wins ball games.
Yeah,
Plain and simple.
Yep, and you get those big clutch 2-out hits with runners in scoring position. They just deflate the other team.
Bregman bangs it foul deep to right out of play.
I was glad to see Bregman with a big swing and hit a ball out of the ballpark yesterday. That was big for him. You know, he's been struggling. He's talked about it, and he's such a good player and a good offensive player through the years that Cubs really need him to get going.
The 1-2 by Roop. Breaking ball away. 2-2. No score. We are in the third.
We were in the manager's office earlier today talking, and we're just kind of general baseball talk. And, the conversation turned into the offense, and for the right-handed hitters of the Cubs lineup, they're seeing more breaking balls than anybody else in the game, the Cubs right-handed hitters.
Now the 2-2. Bregman pops it up. Foul. Third base side. The catcher, Susak, is over, and it's out of play right near the Giants' third base dugout. The pitcher, Roop, showed some athleticism, Ron. He ran from the mound all the way over near the dugout. That's a long run.
Yeah, it is. 2 outs and a man at second in scoring position. He was going to be prepared to catch that ball to get the third out if need be. Yep.
Chapman, the third baseman, also in the vicinity. Roop at 58 pitches. All things considered, that's quite a few in the first 3 innings of a game in which he hasn't given up a run.
And that is part of his issue, is needing to throw more strikes. His pitch count always gets high, for that first 5 innings.
2-2 is away. Here's another deep count here, a 3-2 on Bregman.
And that pitch, that's a fastball that he pulled way across the zone. That was a non-competitive pitch. And, on a 2-2 count, you want to make it a really good pitch, and that one was not.
Pete Crow Armstrong leads at second, ready to run like the wind. Here's the pitch. Swinging a liner towards center, coming in and making the catch is Gilbert. Solid liner. Drew Gilbert made a running catch in shallow center, and that ends the inning. Cubs don't score. Go to the bottom of the third. 0-0 game on the score. And the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday with Rahimi, Harrison, Grody, 10 a.m. to 2 on 104.3 The Score.
Rev up the rewards at the pump with Club Citgo. Find exclusive ways to win big, from sweepstakes to daily deals. Download the Club Citgo app. Savings good up to 30 gallons only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
All right, turning left at this light. Back. Whoa, almost missed that motorcycle. Close call. They're easy to miss, so I better look twice for motorcycles or it could be game over. Start seeing motorcycles. It's not a game.
See website for details. BillsHappen.com is not a lender. It does not make credit decisions. Must be 18 years old. Not available in all states.
Honey, everything is so expensive, and our bills are piling up.
You're telling me credit cards are maxed out, rent is due, and the car payment's right around the corner? We need some extra cash.
We should do what my friend from work did. She went to BillsHappen.com and got the money she needed the next day.
Our credit is not great. Are you sure that would work for us?
BillsHappen.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with all credit types get up to $5,000.
Sounds like it's going to be a hassle.
My friend said it was super easy. She did it right from her phone during her lunch break.
If you have a regular source of income, you can be approved for a loan for up to $5,000, and your cash can hit your bank account the next day. BillsHappen.com's lenders have millions of dollars to lend, regardless of your credit history.
Guess what? I went to BillsHappen.com, and we're getting our money tomorrow.
Wow, that's fast. Problem solved.
If you need extra cash, go to BillsHappen.com. That's BillsHappen.com. BillsHappen.com.
Hey, Cubs fans, make history with your business in the Village of Bedford Park. To learn more, contact Adam Colopy at ACOLLOPY@villageofbedfordpark.com.
Bottom 3 in San Francisco. Cubs and Giants are scoreless. Currently 61 degrees and sunny. Time and temperature sponsored by Circa Sports. Sports betting the way it should be with no bet fees. Pat?
All right, Zach, thank you. Bottom of inning number 3. Javier Assad working on Drew Gilbert, and the pitch to the left-handed batter in there for a strike, 0-2. Luis Arise will bat third in the inning after Daniel Susac bats next.
We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
No more streaks of light on the field as the sun continues to set. The lighting is quite adequate here. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Gilbert. All of the fans are very close to the action, which in that regard kind of reminds me of Wrigley Field. This place holds right around 40,000, maybe a little under. But every fan is relatively close to the action. And it gets loud here. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Assad gets him with a high fastball, and that's going to be out number 1. Second strikeout for Javier Assad. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. 1 away. Here is Daniel Susac.
And I will make my guess. I'm going to make my guess in the attendance game at 39,200.
Curveball strike to Susac. Zach, I believe we've all made our guesses.
Yeah, I'll go with 40,000 on the dot.
Spent some considerable time on that one, didn't you, Zach? Here is a swing and a foul back out of play. That's why you take the early bus to the ballpark.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Now the 0-2 to Susac. Outside for a ball. Zach, if you could please look up the Philadelphia-Milwaukee game earlier. It might be a final by this hour. I think it is. The 1-2 swing and a miss. Strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Javier Assad. Before we go any further, let's pause 10 for ID. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Rahimi, Harris, and Grody, middays 10 a.m. to 2 on 104.3 The Score. This is the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network, WSCR, WSCR-FM, and HD1 Chicago.
Luis Arise batting, and he'll take low. The reason I'm curious about the Philly-Brewer game, Ron, think about the matchup. You talk about the ultimate power against power. How about Kyle Schwarber against the flame-throwing kid Jacob Mizorowski?
Oh, yeah.
Now, those at-bats to me would be, if you're a baseball fan, that's worth the price of admission.
Yeah, you shut down and you want to see the at-bats, absolutely. Kyle can hit the ball as hard and as far as just about anybody, if not the strongest guy in baseball with the long ball. And we know Miz throws the ball well over 100 miles an hour. What do you got, Z?
It was all Jacob Mizorowski tonight. He struck out 15 in a complete game shutout as Milwaukee beat Philadelphia 6-0.
Oh, my gosh. How did Kyle Schwarber fare? Probably not real well, as the pitch is taken high by Luis Arise.
The Phillies had 1 hit tonight. Schwarber had that hit.
Interesting. And a complete game?
A complete game shutout, 15 strikeouts.
And 1 hit. Wow. Fly ball to center. It's going to be caught by Pete Crow Armstrong. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Javier Assad. He's pitching well. Let's see if the Cubs can get him some runs as we go to the 4th inning. Game, Cubs and Giants on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network. A 1-hitter?
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday with Rahimi, Harris, and Grody, 10 a.m. to 2 on 104.3 The Score.
For 120 years, Sloan has led the way in innovation, water efficiency, and sustainability, a legacy that has extended to the friendly confines. As the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs, Sloan has supported fans with hygienic restroom products at Wrigley Field for over a century. Today, Sloan's bottle fillers provide Cub fans with clean drinking water while helping reduce plastic waste. This season, Sloan continues to redefine what smart restroom design looks like. Learn more at sloan.com and go Cubs go.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This summer, making memories in a Volvo SUV is easier than ever. Now, for a limited time, get savings on Volvo SUVs during the Summer Safely sales event. Built with advanced safety features, so you can focus on the road ahead. Find your Volvo today. The Summer Safely sales event is on now. Visit volvocars.com/US to save.
Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit benjaminmoore.com today.
Makings of a pitching duel has begun here in Northern California. 0-0 game. Top of the fourth, Michael Busch, the batter, with a count of 1-1. Cubs have 2 hits. Giants have 1. Neither team has scored yet. Busch takes just inside. A close pitch missed. Giants are down to the last challenge now. Might make the catcher Susak a little tentative in challenging, at least for the time being. And now the 2-1. Busch takes the low and away. We've watched the challenge system now run for about 2 or 3 months. What do you think of it?
I have an issue a little bit with the strike zone. I think the top of the strike zone is a little high. There's certain pitches that are thrown that end up being called strikes that you just...
Busch gets hit by the pitch. He tried to jump out of the way. It got him, I think, in the upper right arm. And Busch will be a base runner with nobody out here in the 4th inning, and the batter is Happ.
Yeah, this ball did not square him up. It just grazed him as Busch was trying to get out of the way. But I think the system for getting calls right, I like it. I really do. I definitely think there's some strategy to using it.
Happ takes outside.
Losing one early in the game with nobody on and, a run not, kind of, being an issue, if you miss a pitch, that's okay. But I do think, though, that strike zone is high. And I would almost have them lower it, even a couple inches from the top of the zone, and you could give a little more on the bottom of the zone.
Happ takes a strike, 1-1, no score, 4th inning, short lead by Busch at first. And Happ gets jammed and fouls it away off to the left. Do you like the number of 2 challenges per team per game, or do you want fewer or more?
I would say, as of right now, I would say it's okay. I don't think you need to make a change just quite yet. It definitely, though, with the 2 and you lose one, it definitely has some strategy to it.
Happ pulls the ground ball slowly to the right side. The throw goes to second, and they get the lead runner. Devers made a very nice play. First baseman charging that ground ball. It was not hard hit. And he had to spin and make a strong throw to second, and he did, and he gets the lead man on the 3-6 fielder's choice.
Boy, I did not think Devers was going to throw the ball to second base at all, and he had second base on the mind from the very beginning and threw a bullet to second to get the out.
Here is Seiya Suzuki. I, too, was surprised to see him whirl and fire down to second. Seiya swings and misses, 0-1.
It's one of those plays when it works for you, it's great. If he's safe at second, now, you got nobody out, 2 men on.
Short lead by Happ at first. And this next offering is outside to Suzuki. And again, the Giants are going to challenge. This is quite a few challenges early in the game. This is at least the 4th or 5th. But it's another strike. And there's that high strike that you alluded to.
That's, that to me is where most of these have come from, is these balls right at the top of the zone that the home plate umpires are just not accustomed to calling that pitch that comes down to the zone, and it ends up hitting the zone.
I remember early in the year, maybe even spring training, Ron, the plan was to measure each person's standing height in determining your strike zone. Your standing height, not your batting stance, crouch height.
Right. And
is that something that needs to be looked at?
Well, let me ask you this. There's certain hitters that hit in a major crouch. Right. If you had Ricky Henderson, let's say, standing, and then the way he hit in that extreme crouch,
swinging a foul off to the right out of play,
would you call a pitch on him at the height of his helmet?
No, you couldn't.
That's my point. So there's got to be some tweaking to this system a little bit on the actual zone itself. I'm not a fan of that, but like every rule, there's you start changing them, and now you gotta tweak it a little bit.
Now the 2-2, swinging a smash. That's going to be a foul ball past third. You would almost need pictures of every hitter in their batting stance and not their standing height, because, as you say, there's a difference.
Yeah, there is, and I think you could do that. You could take their, a shot of them hitting last year, the season before, or in spring training, and then, just set up the strike zone from there.
Outside 3-2. Is the runner at first, Happ, moving on the 3-2 pitch with one away? Nothing game?
I would say probably not, but we will see.
There goes the runner. The pitch fouled away. So Happ will get back. Happ runs well. Watching the pitch count for Landon Roop. He's up to 77. Nothing game. Lights beginning to take effect. Beautiful San Francisco Bay visible out beyond the right field fence. Gorgeous. The runner goes again. Driven in the gap, deep left center, back toward the wall. That ball is going to be off the wall. Racing around third is Ian Happ. He's heading home. Here comes the relay, the throw. He slides in safely, and going to third is Seiya Suzuki. If the catcher, Susek, could have gloved that throw at the plate, they probably would have had Happ out. But he could not negotiate the one-hop throw from, I believe, the shortstop Adames. And the Cubs get a run and have a man at third with only one away. Big double for Suzuki.
Well, Ian takes off with the pitch, ball hitting the gap, and he stops around second base trying to pick up where the ball's at, and then figures it out. And he comes home. Adames throws this ball, and he short hops the catcher. If he gives him the long hop or throws it all the way on the fly, Ian would probably have been out at the plate. But as you said, that short hop, the catcher could not handle it, and Ian scores.
Nico Horner now with a man at third and one away.
It'll be a double for Suzuki, and he'll take third on the throw.
And he gets an RBI. Let's talk about this plate appearance for Nico Horner, Ron.
You want to get this two-seam fastball up and out over the plate, or the sweeper, and you want to drive this ball to right center field.
Nico takes an off-speed pitch for a strike, 1-1. Infield in for the Giants, wearing those orange shirts and those cream-colored trousers, dark hats. Landon Roop delivers again. Here's a swing and a miss by Nico. Now he has to concentrate on putting the ball in play. There are certain at-bats you just cannot afford to strike out.
Yeah, you've got to put the ball in play. Nico, one of the best in all of baseball at doing just that.
Suzuki leading in foul territory at third. Roop working from the windup deals. Low for a ball. 2-2. You definitely heard the Cub fans reacting on that run scored a minute ago by Ian Happ.
Boy, and once again, it's nice to get the lead in a ball game for the Cubs.
The 2-2. Nico takes outside. 3-2.
Pretty good slider there that he took away. Boy, he'd love to get a ball for Nico up and out over the plate. Big gap in right center field.
Important at bat in this game right here for Nico. It's a 1-0 lead. You got a man at third with one away. And now the payoff pitch. Driven in the air. Left field. It's deep enough. Tagging at third is Suzuki. The catch is made by Schmidt. Here comes Seiya. He will score easily. Nico Horner gets the job done. It looked like an off-speed pitch, and he gave it a good ride to deep left. It's good for his 34th run batted in.
Great approach by Nico. He stays back on this breaking ball. It's up and out over the plate. And he hammers this ball to the track almost in left, but a nice controlled swing by Nico to drive in the Cubs' second run here in the fourth.
Bush was hit by a pitch. Happ hit into a fielder's choice. Suzuki doubled to drive in Happ. Suzuki took third on a wild throw to the plate. And Nico now drives in the second run of the inning with a sac fly.
Suzuki with the grand slam yesterday. Now 2 doubles already in this ball game. So Seiya having a good couple days here. Hopefully he is getting on track, because when he gets hot, he can really carry a ball club.
Ballesteros will take a strike. 1-1. Landon Roop all of a sudden run in the fourth inning is up to 86 pitches. Didn't realize that. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be inside. A lot of patient plate appearances.
Yeah, patient, and he's just, to me, he doesn't stay on the attack enough in the zone and trust his movement of that good two-seamer and his changeup.
Swinging a ground ball to second base, scooped up by Arise, throws to first to get Ballesteros. The Cubs score twice. 2 runs on 1 hit, and they leave none. Middle of inning number 4, Cubs 2, Giants nothing. On the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Chicago, this is Dansby Swanson. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
There are trucks, and then there's the 2026 GMC Sierra, with the capability to handle what life throws your way. That's the GMC Sierra, where power meets precision in a truck that leads where it matters most. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. We are professional grade. During GMC Truck Month, well-qualified buyers get 0% APR for 5 years on 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 models, plus no monthly payments for 130 days. See your local GMC dealer today. Monthly payment is $1,667 for every $1,000 you finance. Average example down payment is 9.56%. Must finance through GM Financial. Some customers will not qualify. Deferred monthly payments for 130 days. Excludes residents of PA. Down payment required at signing if applicable. Finance charges accrue from date of financing. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 6/30/26.
Hey, baseball fans, step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports is sports betting the way it should be, with no bet fees in Illinois. Circa Sports brings you player-friendly pricing, enhanced in-game options, exceptional customer service, and more. Whether you're betting with the home team or scouting the next big matchup, take your swing with the Circa Sports app. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com.
Life's easier when you've got the Consumers Credit Union team cheering for you. Partner with the people in your corner today at myconsumers.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
It is time to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, sponsored by Citgo.
John right, base hit for Bryce Eldridge as he hit the first pitch from Assad. A soft line drive, landing in front of Suzuki. Leadoff single, and the batter Casey Schmidt.
So it's time to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, guys, sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app. Save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Whole bunch of games going on around the majors as we speak. Mariners lead the Nationals 9-2 now in the top of the ninth.
Casey Schmidt, the batter. He'll take high for a ball. What else, Zach?
It's the Mets 7, Pat, and the Braves 5. They're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Bo Bichette with a couple of home runs, including a grand slam. Cardinals and Twins tied at 8, bottom of the 8th inning in Minnesota.
Bouncing ball back toward the mound. Tough play. Barehanded by Assad. Throws to first. Nice play. Assad had to jump over to the third base side of the mound, barehand that ball, and make the play. Not a routine play, Ron.
No, not at all. Very, very good play by Assad. When he went after this ball barehanded, I thought that could be an issue, but he made the play very well with the barehand and then threw a strike across the infield. Tough plays of the game, sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Loyola Medicine defines tough. That one qualifies.
A man at second with one away. Cubs lead 2-0. Rafael Devers will take a strike.
Pat, other action around the majors. The Astros leading the Royals 10-8 now. Bottom of the 9th inning in Kansas City. Bryce Matthews with a solo home run. The Angels lead the Rays 4-2 after 6. Trey Mancini, the ex-Cub, with a 2-run triple for the Angels.
Next pitch, check swing on a high fastball, no swing, Zach.
Bottom 5, Rockies and A's are scoreless. And a whole bunch of finals, including the Marlins beating the Pirates 8-3. Sandy Alcantara now with 1,000 career strikeouts.
The next offering to Devers is upstairs.
The Orioles knock off the Padres 7-3. Gunnar Henderson and Pete Alonso both with big offensive games for Baltimore. Guardians edge the Tigers 3-2. Tanner Bybee picks up the win, striking out 8.
Pickoff throw to second, and it's a wild throw. The ball goes into center field, and racing over to third is Eldridge. Swanson cut in behind the runner, and Assad made a wild pickoff throw to the third base side of the second base bag, and Dansby couldn't even get a glove on the ball.
No, the timing of this play was not very good. Dansby cuts in and gets to the bag before Assad even turns. So by the time Assad throws the ball, if the ball's not thrown right to Dansby, he can't go back on the inside towards the runner and catch the ball. And that's exactly what happened.
Devers pokes it foul. E1 on the wild pickoff throw. A runner at third with one down. Cubs keep the infield back except at the corners. Bregman and Bush play shallow. Assad would love to get a strikeout right now on this 2-2 pitch to Devers. And here it comes. A little bit high. That's not a bad pitch. I think quite a few guys would have chased that.
Yeah, this is an at-bat where you want to be careful with Devers at the plate. This guy has been a deadly hitter for a long time.
And now the payoff pitch. Strike 3 call. Was Devers going to challenge that? I saw him tap his helmet. Apparently not. And I was surprised, Ron, in an RBI spot that he's taking that pitch.
Well, I think he was expecting something off speed, and he got that two-seam fastball from Assad inside, and it just goes boring back. So Assad with a really good two-seamer today with great movement inside to the lefty.
Jung-Hoo Lee takes inside, almost got hit. Eldridge is the runner at third. 2 down. Cubs got 2 in the top of the inning. Giants threatening with a man at third and 2 down. The stretch for the 1-0. And Hoo Lee will take a strike. Hoo Lee with an 18-game hitting streak. Dancing down the line is Eldridge. Here's the pitch. Line drive towards right. Diving stop by Horner, and he throws him out at first. Good play by Nico, a one-hop smash. Nico gloved it with a dramatic dive, got up and made his throw to first in time. Giants don't score. We go to the 5th inning. Zach Zaidman joins Ron Coomer in a moment. It's the Cubs 2 and the Giants nothing on the score, and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Spiegel and Holmes, great Cubs guests, and more on your way home, 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score.
Carpal tunnel syndrome.
heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
With CertaPro painters, you can trust them to get the job done right because they take pride in what they do. It's Speegs, and my process with CertaPro was worry-free. Started with a free estimate, reliable communication, and professional painting. Celebrate America's 250th anniversary with CertaPro painters and get $250 off projects of $2,500 or more. Schedule by July 10th and let freedom and fresh paint ring. Schedule for free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Pro.com. That's Certa with a C.
Each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated.
Shop Grand Appliance for expert advice, fast delivery, professional installation, and of course, the lowest prices every day on top brands like Samsung. Visit grandappliance.com for full details.
Top of the fifth here in San Francisco. Carson Kelly swings and misses at a fastball from Landon Roop. 0-1. It's the Cubs with a 2-0 lead over the Giants, the opener of a 3-game weekend set here in the Bay Area. Roop, the right-hander, works on the first base side of the rubber, faces home plate. Here's the pitch to Kelly. And that one is low and outside. A curve that missed. 1-1 the count. Cubs struck first in the fourth, scoring both their runs in that frame. Seiya Suzuki with an RBI double. Nico Horner with a sacrifice fly. Here's the 1-1 in the dirt. 2-1 the count now on Kelly. You mentioned something when the Cubs immediately took the lead in the fourth inning. That when you play with the lead, it just changes the whole dynamic of the ball game. The 2-1. A bouncing ball foul off to the left by Kelly, 2-2.
It does. And, especially in particular when your offense has been struggling. When you get a couple runs early and you get the lead, it's like everybody can settle in a little bit in the dugout. When you don't get the lead and you're playing from behind and the offense is struggling, then everybody's feeling that pressure.
Now the 2-2. Kelly looks at a pitch inside, full count.
Cubs have done a very good job of running the pitch count up. 93 pitches so far for Roop.
Righty-righty matchup as Roop works his motion. Here comes the payoff pitch. A bouncing ball foul off to the left. Right past Quentin Berry, the Cubs' third base coach.
So we've seen 5 pitches, so he's at 94. Just to give you a little idea, through 4 innings, Assad has 57 pitches. So Assad's got a lot more left in the tank.
As Roop misses up high with a fastball. That's ball 4. Nice start to the fifth for the Cubs as Carson Kelly draws a leadoff walk. And you wonder how much longer Roop is going to stay in the game. My guess is final batter he faces is the one at the plate right now, Dansby Swanson. And I say that because Pete Crow Armstrong is on deck.
Yeah, there's a lefty warming up in the pen, so I would agree with that.
The pitch. Swanson swings and misses at a cutter, 0-1. Walks by Cubs batter, sponsored by It'sNotAGameIllinois.com. Reminder, a walk is free, a DUI is not. Drive sober or get pulled over. The 0-1. Swanson swings and misses out in front of a changeup, 0-2. The pitch was right at the bottom of the zone on the inner half, but hittable pitch. Just fooled Swanson. The pitch way outside. 1-2, a curveball.
Dansby's, continuing to see a steady diet of off-speed pitches. A lot of breaking balls.
Yeah, Swanson popped out his first time up, now hitting at 177 on the year. Kelly at first, no one out. The 1-2. bounced foul off to the left. Caught on a hop. Belt high by Quentin Berry, and the Cubs third base coach launches the ball into the stands behind the Giants dugout along the third base line. First base coach Jose Javier talking to Kelly at first. He's not a threat to go, but being held on by Devers. The 1-2. Swanson fouls it back out of play to the right. So they'll do it again.
Dansby got a pretty good pitch to hit there. He got a fastball, a little two-seamer, inner half about mid-thigh, and just fouled it off. And that's the pitch that he really needs to put in play. You know, when you get that pitch in your hot zone, you've got to put that ball in play. And right there, he took a good swing at it, just fouled it back.
And you know that has to be playing in his head right now as he gets ready for the 1-2 delivery. Roop kicks and fires. And this is popped up, shallow left, drifting back the shortstop. Adames backing up. He's got a play, makes the catch. One away as Swanson is retired.
Little breaking ball there to Dansby, just a little out in front of it. Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
So Roop has thrown 101 pitches tonight. Pete Crow-Armstrong digs in. He's 1 for 2 against Roop, who stays in the game. Righty-lefty matchup. Kelly at first, one down. Here's the pitch. Crow-Armstrong hits a high fly ball deep right center field. Gilbert ranging over near the track has a play, makes the catch, 2 away. And Kelly has to retreat back to first. It's very deep here in right center field at Oracle Park, 415 feet.
Yeah, and that's right where that ball was ticketed, only about 15 feet to the center field side of that 415 mark. You know, the other thing, the wind is blowing out towards right center, right where that ball was going. But as it gets dark, the air gets heavier here, and the ball does not carry nearly as well here at night as it does during the daytime.
Alex Bregman digs in. The pitch is low.
Get that heavy sea air, and it's cooling off here at night. I think we started the game at 62 degrees, probably in the high 50s right now.
You know your marine air. Impressive. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss by Bregman. And a curveball, 1-1.
You learn that when you're trying to hit the ball out of ballparks. You pay close attention to that.
Hear that, Tom Skilling?
Yeah, that's right. Uh-huh.
1 ball, 1 strike. The count on Bregman, 2 away. Top 5 Cubs up 2-0, a man at first. The pitch. Bregman hits one into right center field. This will drop in for a base hit. Fielded on a hop by Gilbert. On his way to third, Kelly. The throw to second is offline as Bregman slides in safely with a double.
Bregman gets this pitch up and out over the plate and hammers this ball into right center field. And you just love that idea that he goes the other way and shoots this ball in the gap. And now the Cubs with second and third and 2 outs, and that will be the end of the day for Roop. But an excellent swing. Yeah, as Bregman homered yesterday and now a big double today.
Tony Vitello making the slow walk out to the mound, gets the baseball from his starter Roop, and we officially have a pitching change here at Oracle Park. All opponent pitching changes are sponsored by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at Sloan.com. 2-0 Cubs, 2 down, but the Cubs threatening here in the top of the 5th with men at second and third, and Michael Busch due up. This is the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs talk to start your day. Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score.
For adults with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms, every choice matters. Tremfya offers self-injection or intravenous infusion from the start. Tremfya is administered as injections under the skin or infusions through a vein every 4 weeks, followed by injections under the skin every 4 or 8 weeks. If your doctor decides that you can self-inject Tremfya, proper training is required. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Explore what's possible Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit TremfyaRadio.com.
Spiegel and Holmes talk Cubs baseball on Chicago Sports every weekday from 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score and the Odyssey app. The new man on the mound is left-hander Eric Miller for San Francisco. 23 games this season, a 4+ ERA. Cubs threatening here in the top of the fifth. Men at second and third, 2 away. And the number 3 hitter Michael Busch due up. Cubs with a 2-0 lead over the Giants, the opener of a 3-game set. Miller works on the third base side of the rubber. Busch digs in. 0 for 1 with a walk. Miller kicks and fires. And that pitch off the glove and bouncing up the third base line and quickly corralled by Susak, the catcher. 1-0 the count on Busch. Runners stay where they are at second and third. What was that?
You heard it, yes.
Great sound effect.
Frying pan glove. Yep. I've had it over there third on occasion. Yeah, it happens.
Can't be fun when it happens. Busch waits. Here's the 1-0 from Miller. It's a cold strike.
Little inside breaking ball there to Busch. He turned in like he thought it was going to be way inside, and it just clips that inside corner.
Men at second and third for the Cubs, 2 away here in the fifth. The 1-1. Busch swings, drills one deep in the air to right. Down the line it goes. If it's fair, it's gone. It's gone. Huge home run for Michael Busch. A 3-run shot down the right field line. And the Cubs go up 5-0 over the Giants here in the fifth.
Well, Bushy saw 3 breaking balls in a row. One away ball, one inside strike that he thought was a ball. Then he got one more on the plate. Started out at his front shoulder, breaks over the inside corner, and hooks it just inside that foul pole down the right field line and over the stands. I'm guessing that one might have had some splashdown, but right down the line, huge swing of the bat for the Cubs.
Now Ian Happ digs in. Switch hitter batting from the right side, and he looks at a ball up high that bounces off the glove of Susak all the way to the backstop. 1-0.
Boy, what a big swing.
387 feet down the right field line for Busch. His 8th home run of the year. 5-0 Cubs. The pitch is low to Happ. 2-0.
But it's those 2-out RBI hits. And, boy, you launch one. That's a huge swing for the Cubs. Now up 5-0.
Miller's ready. The 2-0 to Happ. Swing and a miss. Sinking fastball clocked at 97 miles per hour.
Yeah, that's just gas. He's just rearing back and throwing a 2-seamer hard as he can throw it.
Getting a look at the replay now of the home run.
Yeah, splashdown for Bushy.
Splashdown shot for Busch as Happ pops it up. Foul out of play near the Cubs dugout along the first base line.
He'll be telling his boys about that one back in Minnesota. Yeah.
That's something that Craig Counsell's been talking about. Slug, right? That's been missing. The pitch is inside, so Happ has worked a full count, 3-2. Did I hear right? The 4th ever splashdown shot by a Cub.
Yep.
So congratulations, Michael Busch. Here's the 3-2. Happ swings, and it's a high fly ball, shallow left center. Coming in is Schmidt, and he makes the catch for out number 3, but not before one big swing by Michael Busch puts 3 runs on the board for the Cubs. They're up 5-0, middle 5 in San Francisco on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Listen for the great all season long on 104.3 The Score, the official radio home of the Cubs.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? During the Xfinity Summer Savings Event, now through June 15th, new customers can get our best price on gig Wi-Fi, just $50 a month for 5 years. And get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them, like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a 6th sense. Plus, add 1 line of Xfinity Mobile Select and you can save an average of $60 a month over Verizon and AT&T. You can even try it free for a year. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities during the Xfinity Summer Savings Event. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Savings based on 1 gig internet and 1 mobile select line compared to similar Verizon and AT&T plans over 5 years. After 12 months, regular rates apply to mobile select. Xfinity internet required. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable.
Coom here. Baseball's been around a long time, since the 1800s, when pitchers threw underhand. You know what's been around even longer? Yuengling. Yuengling started brewing in 1829. People were drinking a cold Yuengling before baseball even existed. No box scores, no seventh-inning stretches, just great beer that stood the test of time for 197 years. So next time you're at a ballpark, grab a Yuengling traditional lager, because just like baseball, legends stand the test of time. Yuengling is proud to be the official beer of the Cubs radio network.
DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Bottom 5 here in San Francisco with a 5-0 lead over the Giants. Javier Assad deals. And he starts off Willie Adames with a sinker for a strike on the outside edge, right at the top of the zone. 0-1 the count. Righty-righty matchup. The next pitch. Low and outside. Slider that missed. 1-1. Assad has scattered 2 hits, both singles. Now the pitch. Adames swings and misses at a sinker. 1-2.
Well, and, Javi threw 6 1/3, I believe, right? 6 1/3 out of the pen, against these guys last Sunday. And now 4 more shutout innings. And see how he does here in this 5th. But outstanding job by Javi.
He misses low with a breaking ball. 2-2 the count on Adames.
Well, you talk about a guy that's picked up the ball club. Oh, my goodness.
In any role, that's the thing that's been so impressive. The 2-2. Adames waves and a slider off the outside. Strike 3. 1 away.
Another slider. This is a slider by Assad, and that's what happens. It's just a little tight slider in the outside corner. But when he's getting such great movement on a 2-seamer coming in on the right-handed hitter, they've got to account for that, and that's where it makes that slider even that much more effective.
Matt Chapman looks at a sinker inside. The count is 1-0. 5 strikeouts on the night for Assad. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers. As Assad deal and bounces one in the dirt. 2-0. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers are brought to you by our Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. I was talking to Tommy Hotovy prior to the game in our pregame show about Assad. If he could verbalize the value that Assad has for this team. Here's the 2-0. It's up high to Chapman. 3-0 the count. And he said it's tough to put into words because he's been that important. Wow. His preparation, his attention to detail, because it's not easy to excel in nearly every role that you're asked. Here's the 3-0. That misses inside. A 4-pitch walk to Chapman. It comes with 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th, and the Cubs up 5-0.
First hitter Javi didn't really get ahead of. He kept trying to pound that 2-seamer inside. Kept running off the plate into Chapman.
So now the center fielder Drew Gilbert will dig in. He's a left-handed batter. Chapman being held on at first by Bush. 5-0 Cubs. The pitch. Fouled out of play off to the left second deck.
When I look at Assad and and you watch him pitch, especially the last outing he had against these guys last Sunday where he came in when Tyone got hurt. Mm-hmm. You're barely got to the bullpen and you're just getting kind of situated down there to watch the ball game, first 5-6 innings or so. And let J-Mo kind of do his thing here early in the ball game. And now the phone rings, and all of a sudden you're in, like right away, beginning of the ball game. And that is a really difficult thing to do. I just can't emphasize that enough for fans. And he just came in and stepped in and just started pounding the strike zone and did a great job.
Assad deals, pulled on the ground to first, fielded by Bush to second for 1. Swanson back to first, double play. 3-6-3 as Assad claps his hands in excitement. We head to inning number 6. Cubs up 5-0 over the Giants on the Western Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Chicago, this is Ian Happ. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Imagine having your skull detached from your spine to save you from paralysis. When Phil came to Northwestern Memorial Hospital, his spine was digging into his brainstem, but our team developed a plan to rebuild his spine.
Nationally ranked for neurology and neurosurgery by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern Medicine is pioneering treatments for the toughest conditions. Incredibly, Phil was walking just days after surgery.
As Phil's nurse, I'm proud to be on a team that's changing lives.
Northwestern Medicine, better.
Hey Cubs fans, Southwest Airlines here with more reasons why flying Southwest from Chicago just makes sense. We're famously friendly, non-stops out the wazoo, and so reliable. In fact, the Wall Street Journal ranked us #1, first among U.S. airlines. I guess the answer to who's on first is Southwest Airlines, official airline of your Chicago Cubs. Based on WSJ's 2025 rankings, see southwest.com/WSJ.
I've tried everything to stand out at work. Donuts, a company coffee blend, even dressed as the company mascot for Halloween.
There's an easier way, a ComEd facility assessment. Their engineer gave my company free insights and actions that saved us $732,000 on energy. Easy, right?
Learn how ComEd can help you save at ComEd.com/facility assessment. ComEd, powering lives. Savings vary based on customers' usage and rate.
Every team needs a closer. Injured? Dial Pound Law. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs, Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
Seiya Suzuki's on deck for the Cubs. Who's on deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com. Cool.
And let's see what's on tap here in the 6th inning, sponsored by Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. Cubs with a 3-spot in that 5th inning, Patrick. Big swing of the bat by Michael Busch, the 2-out, 3-run homer.
5-0 Cubs as the 6th inning gets underway. Seiya Suzuki takes inside. Seiya's had 2 very good at-bats, both doubles. He drove in the game's first run with his 2-bagger in the 4th. He will look at a ball outside from the right-hander Brubaker.
Now you think about yesterday's ball game and Seiya with the big grand slam and now 2 doubles. Boy, he starts heating up. We saw it last year. He can really start carrying a team. Over 30 home runs, over 100 RBIs last year.
Those guys run that help you get out of slumps. They really become team leaders, I think. Because every guy is trying to do it, but realistically, only a few guys on every team has the ability to single-handedly jumpstart his team's offense.
Yep, absolutely.
Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Seiya chasing an outside breaking ball. But when times are tough, you do look for those guys.
Yeah.
And you kind of wait for them to get their hits, get their clutch hits, maybe a game-winning home run, make a big defensive play. Those are your team leaders.
Yeah, absolutely.
1 away here in the 6th inning. Nico Horner drove in a run with a sac fly back in the 4th inning. Cubs got 2 in the 4th. Suzuki's RBI double and then the sac fly by Nico. A 3-run homer by Michael Busch in the 5th inning is the game's big blow. And that left the park in a hurry. Nico takes a fastball high. The lights have taken full effect now. San Francisco Bay just barely visible out beyond the right center field fence. Here comes the 1-1 to Horner. Popped up, right side foul. Chasing it in foul territory. Devers cannot get there.
Devers with a long run trying to go get that ball. There's quite a bit of foul territory till about 280 feet down that right field line and left field line. And then it gets pretty tight down in the corner, but Devers couldn't quite catch up with that one.
The bullpens are out beyond the outfield fence. Here comes the 1-2 pitch on the way. Pulled on the ground left side to his left. The third baseman Chapman makes the pick and the throw to get him. Out number 2. What do you think of the footwork of Matt Chapman?
I think everything that guy does at third base is about as fundamentally sound as you can do it. Right there, he goes hard to his left, catches the ball, gets in front of it, and then 3 hops, heel to heel, heel to heel, heel to heel, and then he's ready to throw. And that got him, in those 2 hops, his shoulders squared up to make the good throw to first.
Ballesteros pulls a slow ground ball to the right side. Devers will feed the pitcher. Brubaker score that one 3-1, and the Cubs go 1-2-3. At the end of 5.5 innings, it's the Cubs 5 and the Giants score, and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Every strikeout and home run is heard right here on 104.3 The Score and the Cubs Radio Network.
It's hard to imagine buying anything more important than your future home.
I know the place is empty, but do you hear that?
Sounds like Thanksgiving.
What about that puppy?
Let's do this.
With a mortgage from Consumers Credit Union, you get a super helpful team, low fees, and rates so great they make dreams come true. Consumers Credit Union, the people in your corner. Consumers Credit Union is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 692733. Federally insured by NCUA.
Choose Bradley University. Whether you're building robots, training on cutting-edge medical simulators, or diving into sports communication, Bradley prepares you. You'll cheer on D1 athletics, study abroad, and choose from over 200 student organizations. Plus, you'll benefit from competitive internships, community-focused research, and a top-tier education that provides a proven return on investments. Apply today at bradley.edu.
This season, the Salvation Army Adult Rehabilitation Centers, proud partner of the Chicago Cubs, are making a real impact in your community. The Salvation Army ARC program provides no-cost residential recovery programs for men and women, offering housing, counseling, work therapy, and life skills training to help rebuild lives. Cubs fans can support the cause all season long by donating gently used clothing at Salvation Army thrift stores and special drop-off events. Every donation helps fund recovery and a fresh start for someone in need. Learn more at satruck.org.
Chicago weather is tough. Your home siding should be tougher. Hardy Siding is engineered for our climate. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Learn more at jameshardy.com.
On Tuesday, June 16th, the Cubs take on the Rockies at 7:05. Fans who purchase at Cubs.com/specials will receive a special edition Cubs soccer jersey and a ticket to the Chicago Stars match on July 18th. Take advantage while supplies last. Pat?
Very good, Zach. We go to the bottom of inning number 6. Daniel Susak, right-handed batting catcher, takes outside for ball 1. Javier Assad doing something run that is not easy. And let me explain how I preface this statement. He pitched 6 1/3 innings last Sunday night at Wrigley against this exact same team, gave up no runs on 1 hit, and now he is shutting them down after 5 innings tonight. And that's not easy. Here's a ground ball to short, fielded by Swanson. Over to first, in time, out number 1.
No, nothing easy about it at all. They saw him and the entire repertoire and what he was all about less than a week ago. It was Sunday. And now today, he just continues to pour in strikes. He's at 72 pitches with 1 out in the 6th. And he has just done his job. And I'll tell you, he has been a huge saving grace for this Cubs pitching staff with all the injuries they got in that rotation right now.
And he might be carving out a spot for himself in that starting rotation. Here comes the 0-1 to Luis Arraez. Bouncer off the foot of the pitcher. Bush has it and tags the runner. And Bush is ruled to have missed him by the umpire, Tyler Jones. The Cubs are going to challenge that. I thought I saw Michael tag the runner Arraez as he was getting close to the bag, and the umpire didn't see it. And let's see if they're going to have that reviewed.
I think Michael tags him. I have not seen video to say otherwise. It was more the reaction of Michael Bush. And now they got to go out and see Javier Assad. I think this ball hits him around the ankle area. So hopefully he is okay. If it hit him in the spike, better. But right above the spike could be a problem, as they're going to challenge this. And
manager challenges and instant replays. They're taking a second look. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
They're going to let Javi throw a couple pitches. We're going to get
Ball field's overturned. The runner's out. Chicago retains their challenge.
Greg Counsell wants Javier to make a few more pitches to make sure he's good to go. Out is the final verdict on the play at first base. So instead of the batter Arise reaching, he is out on a very good play. 1-3.
Javi kind of jumping up and down on his toes a little bit, trying to get a little feeling. It had to hit him like in the calf, the lower calf or ankle area.
2 down, bottom of the 6th inning. Cubs on top, 5-0. Bryce Eldridge, the batter. He has struck out and singled. Big crowd, I would say a sellout on hand. There's a pitch that just missed the inside edge. We're going to take a look at a little baseball history as we move along. See what has happened on the 12th of June down through the baseball years. Check swing, no swing, says third base umpire Adam Hammery.
Some good stuff in baseball history today.
Sure.
Yeah.
This date in baseball history brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. It's time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. Fastball strike, 3-1. The Baseball Hall of Fame opened in Cooperstown, New York on this date in 1939.
Oh.
Here's a chopper foul, right side. The great Lou Gehrig collected 14 total bases to lead the Yankees to a win over the White Sox. How do you do that? He hit 2 homers and had 2 triples.
Wow.
It's a pretty interesting combo when you think about it.
Absolutely.
You need some speed. You obviously need some power. Here's a smash foul down the right field side.
I
back
would
out
think
of
old
play.
Yankee Stadium, where he played, would have been a great triples park as big as it was out there in the middle of the diamond.
Absolutely. Those gaps were enormous. Two down, nobody on. Here's the pitch. Ground ball right side. Diving stop. Nico picks it up and throws it away. And safe at first. And now the runner's going to go down to second as the ball comes all the way back to the backstop screen. That's going to be a hit and an error on Nico Horner. He made a valiant diving stop. Tried to make a quick throw and threw the ball away past Michael Bush. The ball ended up in foul territory back near home plate. I would say that's an infield single and E4.
Yeah, he doesn't catch this ball cleanly and then tries to throw it. Kelly backing up the play is in line with the throw, but the throw is on the inside, and it hits the fencing kind of right in front of the camera wall, then just stays along the wall behind home plate. Nothing you can do. It'll be an error on Nico.
Eldridge gets credit for a base hit. He's at second. Tommy Hotovy, he was the guest of Zach Zabin on the pregame show tonight. I enjoyed that interview, Zach. Tommy's been here a long time. I think he is one of the longest tenured pitching coaches in all of baseball.
When I first got here in 2014, he was not the pitching coach yet. He was helping, the kind of overlooking the plan of attack for the pitchers. And then a couple years later, he became the pitching coach, and he has done an excellent job for the Cubs.
Casey Schmidt, the batter. Two down, a man at second. Bouncer foul. It's funny the little details that you remember, Ron. I remember in the clubhouse after Jake Arrieta shut out the Pirates at PNC Park in the wild card playoff game. It was pandemonium in the Cubs clubhouse after. I remember Tommy Hotovy. He was on the pitching coach list at the time. He wasn't the pitching coach, but he was an assistant. And he gleefully reported, that's 22 shutouts for the year.
How about that? Yeah.
That's a pretty good number, too.
That is a really good number.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Low and outside for a ball. 1-2. That included regular season and then the wild card playoff game. Speaking of pitching, Assad continues to do a solid job. He's at 84 pitches. Here's a pop fly, foul, might be playable for Bush. Beyond first, he's got room and he's going to make the catch. 6 shutout innings for Javier Assad. We go to the 7th inning. It's the Cubs 5 and the Giants nothing on the score in the Northwestern Medicine cover.
Covering every Cubs game all season long. Rahimi, Harrison, Grody, middays 10 to 2 on 104.3 The Score.
Hey, it's Pat Hughes here for North Shore Adult Diapers. In all seriousness, everyone knows someone worrying about control problems. And for many, the store brands don't get the job done. They leak. It's time to switch to North Shore, the MVP of adult diapers, so your loved ones can live with the freedom and dignity they deserve. North Shore will send out samples that stay dry 3 times longer than the store brands. That's North Shore Adult Diapers at northshore.com. And focus on life, not leaks.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-265-7681. 800-265-7681. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-265-7681.
Who's on first? Southwest Airlines, ranked first among U.S. airlines by the Wall Street Journal. Based on WSJ's 2025 rankings. See southwest.com/WSJ.
We have reached the 7th inning. We'll pass along a station ID, perhaps after this first pitch to Carson Kelly. From the right-hander, Brubaker. First pitch to Carson is a strike. 10 for ID on the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams. We are 104.3 The Score, WSCR, WSCR-FM and HD1 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
The next pitch is inside. It's 5-0 Cubs. Cubs 5 runs on the same number of hits and 2 errors. Giants no runs, 3 hits, no errors. Javier Assad pitching a gem. Drilled foul by Kelly down the third base line. I grabbed a bottle of water from the hotel today, and I like to read labels, and this says still water.
Okay.
And I thought, well, of course it's still water. Who wants to try to drink water if it's dancing around? Here is a pitch fouled off to the right, out of play.
That's a good deduction.
Isn't most water still water? Am I missing something here? I probably am.
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Here is a high pop-up into shallow right. Coming in as the right fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee, and he likes to drink still water, we understand.
Now, I know with our friends from Sloan, they have smart water.
Very smart water.
Yeah, and you've got still water today.
Still water. Swanson the batter. There's got to be a different definition for still. Here's a liner into center. There's a base hit. Dansby needed that. Swanson a solid 1-out single here in the 7th inning. As in distilled water.
Yeah, there you go.
That's probably tying into it.
Well, technically, still water is the opposite of sparkling or carbonated water. So it's flat, has no added carbon dioxide or bubbles. Hence, it's still.
I'm good with that, Zach. Thank you. I like still water.
Seventh inning is sponsored by Volvo XC90. Room for everyone, including your still water. Ready for wherever the road or the river will take you.
I mean, it sounds better than standard water.
Now, isn't there a town, Stillwater, Oklahoma?
Yeah, there's a town, Stillwater, Minnesota also.
See, now we're getting somewhere.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure exactly where. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss by Pete Crow Armstrong. Cubs have a man.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Oh, please do.
When you were reading that this morning as you were sipping your cup of coffee and then having that bottle there, how long did you ponder that?
Oh, not long. Maybe 2-3 hours.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't waste any of your day.
No, I borrowed this from the Hotel Fitness Center.
Borrowed it, huh?
I guess that's one way to look at it. I was thirsty.
Yeah.
Now, you had an episode there. Here's a pitch on the way, and a swing and a drive into right center. Pretty well hit, but it's going to stay in the park for Jun-Hoo Lee. The right fielder makes the catch out in deep right center. And that's going to be out number 2. Cubs lead 5-0. We're in the 7th inning. And the batter is Alex Bregman.
Pete with a near miss. That's the second ball he's hit right out there towards that 415 sign, and he's hit well, but it's an awfully deep spot of the ballpark.
Well, things have changed, Ron. Many things that you used to take for granted that were absolutely free are no longer free.
Yeah, no. They're definitely not. I found that out today.
Coffee is still free, which is
in the
plus.
room. Yeah.
Here comes the 0-1. And a toss to first instead. Cubs on top, 5-0. Hobie Milner now warming in the Cub bullpen. Now, you're the one that introduced drinking coffee in the room to me. I never used to do that. I thought this makes sense.
Yeah.
Here's a swing and a drive toward right center field. On the run is Gilbert making the catch to end the inning. Cubs don't score, leave 1. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Cubs 5, Giants nothing on the Score and the Northwestern Radio Network.
Covering every Cubs game all season long, Rahimi Harrison Grody, middays 10 to 2 on 104.3 The Score.
Want to rethink what's possible? How about being an investor? Not just in your future, but in the future. Well, it all starts with Invesco QQQ. For more than 25 years, this single ETF has given investors a direct line to the NASDAQ 100. That's 100 leading innovators behind advances in personal tech, science, and robotics, just to name a few. And you can access it all with Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco QQQ is the proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
There are risks when investing in ETFs, including possible loss of money. ETFs' risks are similar to those of stocks. Investments in the tech sector are subject to greater risk and more volatility than more diversified investments. The NASDAQ 100 Index comprises the 100 largest non-financial companies on the NASDAQ. You can't invest directly into an index. Before investing, consider the fund's investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Visit Invesco.com for a prospectus containing this information. Read it carefully before investing. Invesco is not affiliated with the Chicago Cubs. Invesco Distributors, Inc.
Corn isn't just grown here, it works here. Illinois corn is a real heavy hitter, leading the nation in output and driving a $148 billion economic impact statewide. From jobs and products to opportunities in communities across Illinois, corn keeps our economy moving season after season. From first pitch to the final out, corn delivered. Learn more about our homegrown economy made possible with corn at watchusgrow.org/corn.
Hey, Cubs fans, make history with your business in the Village of Bedford Park. To learn more, contact Adam Colopy at ACOLLOPY at villageofbedfordpark.com.
A reminder that all reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. Pat?
All right, Zach. Hobie Milner, the new man, on the mound for the Cubs. Tall, long-legged left-hander. Tremendous job by Javier Assad. 6 shutout innings. And it's his game to win. Milner's first pitch to Rafael Devers is on the inside corner. Pitching changes by the Cubs. Sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Fly ball to left, playable for Ian Happ. Backing up a little bit near the track, makes the catch. And that is out number 1.
A good start here to the 7th for Milner. And Zach was right on the money, Patrick, with the quality start. How about that?
This one tonight should be called a top quality start.
Yeah.
By Javier Assad. 6 shutout innings. Sponsored by Benjamin Moore. Start your next project with quality paints from Benjamin Moore, official paint of the Chicago Cubs. Cubs did all of their scoring in a 2-inning span, the 4th and 5th. Foul drive down the left field line. Seiya Suzuki an RBI double, and Nico Horner a sacrifice fly in the 4th. And then one swing by Michael Busch, a 3-run homer, a laser line drive right down the right field line. I think that even splashed down into McCovey's Cove.
It was the 4th splashdown home run by a Cubs hitter here in Oracle Park.
Here's a drive foul off to the left and out of play.
How about 12 1/3 innings of shutout ball against the same team in 1 week for Assad?
I would say in about 5 days, look for him again on a mound near you. Here is a swing and a foul back out of play. What do you think?
I think I can do the math, and that means Wrigley Field, and he'll be starting. That was an outstanding performance, and that's 2 in a row for Javi.
Cubs are here through the weekend. Another night game tomorrow. Fly ball to right center. Pretty well hit. Suzuki going back makes the catch. In that cavernous area in deep right center, you can hit a ball a ton and have it not leave the yard. Suzuki caught that ball about 385 feet away from the plate, and he was going away.
Yeah.
2 down.
The thing is, too, that ball is an extra base hit in a lot of parks, but because Suzuki's playing way over towards right center, that ball didn't even come close to getting to the track in right center field.
Willie Adames swings and misses. Adames has popped out. He's been retired twice. Here's the next offering. It is taken high. Carson Kelly taps himself on the helmet. That's his way of saying, please let us challenge that last call by the umpire, and it's a strike.
Yeah.
Pitch is a strike.
Ball
Good
strike.
challenge.
Yep, ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
Cubs lead 5-0. Bottom of inning number 7, 2 down, nobody on. Milner's pitch is low for a ball. And the next pitch, taken low and inside. Here's one that made me chuckle. Baseball history. 1935, Cubs had a manager by the name of Charlie Grimm. Here's a chopper foul. It says, after getting a clubhouse tongue lashing from manager Charlie Grimm, who imposed a ban on poker games, the Cubs beat the Phillies 15-0 behind Larry French at Philadelphia. Here's a bouncing ball toward third, charging, gloving, Bregman running through to first. It is going to be in time. Busch had to come off the bag to take the throw and tag the runner going by. Good play by both men. And that will retire the side. The Giants are going to possibly take another look, see if they want to review that play. And I think they're going to.
They're going to review it. If Michael tags him, he's out. The question would be, did Michael touch Adames going by? It certainly looked like he did from here.
So we'll see the replay. Bregman got it, made the running throw, pulled Bush off the bag. Bush caught the ball, tried to tag the runner going by, and can't tell from that angle.
Well, I think what happened is Michael tags the back foot, and the front foot goes into the bag. He does not tag him on the side, tags him in the back foot. And I now that I see a different look, I think Adames is going to be safe at first base. And that's going to be one of those that's going to be overturned.
I like your assessment, Ron. I think you're going to be absolutely right.
On the field stands, the runner's out. San Francisco loses their challenge.
Oh, boy. The runner is out.
Like I said, he tagged him before he got to the bag.
I like that other assessment even better. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the 8th inning. It's the Cubs 5 and the Giants nothing. This is the score on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Out and home run is heard right here on 104.3 The Score and the Cubs Radio Network.
Joel Gott Wines is a true all-American classic and the go-to wine for America's favorite pastime. Since 1996, Joel has selected the best vineyards in California to craft balanced, approachable, and food-friendly wines. Whether it's a classic Chicago dog or Italian beef sandwich, Joel Gott is the perfect pairing for any ballpark staple. Whether you're watching at Wrigley Field or at home, look for Joel Gott Wines in the wine aisle at your local retailer. Joel Gott Wines, official wine partner of the Chicago Cubs.
This summer, making memories in a Volvo SUV is easier than ever. Now, for a limited time, get savings on Volvo SUVs during the Summer Safely sales event. Built with advanced safety features, so you can focus on the road ahead. Find your Volvo today. The Summer Safely sales event is on now. Visit volvocars.com/US to save.
Right now is the perfect time to upgrade your AC before the summer heat wave begins. Four Seasons is having their spring savings event. You'll get 72 months of interest-free financing with up to $4,000 in rebates. And listen to this, Four Seasons will beat any competitor's offer by up to $1,000 guaranteed. For all your cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs, you know who to call.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
Cubs fans, it's Pat Hughes. To ensure that your business goals get across home plate, consider relocating to the Village of Bedford Park. Learn more at villageofbedfordpark.com.
Top of the 8th inning here on a gorgeous night in San Francisco at Oracle Park. Cubs up 5-0. This 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids. 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K. To donate your car today, Patrick.
Ron, the Cubs trying to put back-to-back wins together after winning the finale in Colorado yesterday and trying to get up 1-0 in this series. It'll continue through Sunday. Michael Busch has the game's big blow, a 3-run homer in the 5th. And that turned a 2-0 game into a 5-0 game. It's cooled off a little bit. It was 65 at game time, down to about 62 or so. Feels good. Ground ball toward third. Going to be a tough play. Off balance throw, and it's in time. What a play by Chapman. He ran into foul territory. He was near the coaching box when he somehow got his body into position to make that throw, Ron.
He catches this ball and literally almost throws this ball from the third base bag. Now he has to go 25 feet to get this ball and then throws a one-hop strike to Devers. We were watching him earlier today, and I was telling you just how good this guy in his work is, and he just made an excellent play at third base.
Ian Happ, the batter. Happ will take up high for a ball. 7th inning. Happ, nothing for 3. See how we did in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. First of all, let's give you the actual attendance, 38,115. And Ron Coomer is the winner tonight in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. What was your guess here, Ron? 39-2, so within about 1,000. Lights have long since taken full effect. Ian Happ looking for his first hit of the game. Takes a breaking ball. It bounces away from the catcher, Susak.
Opponent's pitching change is sponsored by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water. There's your water. And commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at Sloan.com. We can call the Allen brothers about that smart water too, Pat. We got Still. Now we need smart water.
Bouncer back to the mound. And the left-hander, Hentges. Sam Hentges makes the play, throws to first, and Happ is out number 2. And the batter is Seiya Suzuki. Yes, Sloan, they have been a great partner for many, many years. They had so much to do with that beautiful new spring training facility, Sloan Park out in Mesa, Arizona. One of the finest spring training facilities I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous facility. It opened up in 2014, and it is an outstanding place. You can't. It's just a fun place to go and watch a spring training ball game.
Suzuki has had a good game, a couple of doubles. Drove in the first run of the game in the 4th inning with a 2-bagger.
Happer was our cleanup hitter, and cleanup hitters, they're sponsored by Chicagoland's appliance leader, Grand Appliance. Got your all-star Samsung kitchen today, grandappliance.com.
The attendance winner we gave you, Ron Coomer. Ron is taking a bow. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Pulled on the ground, foul past third.
Now these are big wins, in the attendance game, and we are in your hometown. You want to go out and celebrate tonight?
It sounds like Zach is more in the mood for that. Was that Zach?
He may have already started celebrating.
Yeah, it could be. Here's a pitch high and outside for a ball,
Zach,
1-2.
Easy on the sugar and the coffee.
Well, you guys let me know how it goes.
Okay.
And where you go. Yeah. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way. Low and inside, look out. Suzuki almost planted the bat to give himself some leverage to jump out of the way. He stuck the bat right in the ground. And now the 2-2 pitch. Popped up. Foul, might be playable. And the catcher, Susak, makes the catch to end the inning. Cubs go quietly, 1-2-3. It's on to the bottom of this 8th inning. 5, Giants nothing on the score. And the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Molly and Hom, mornings 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score.
For 120 years, innovation has been at the heart of Sloan, and fans can experience it firsthand at Wrigley Field. From trusted restroom solutions to bottle fillers delivering clean drinking water, Sloan supports Cubs fans all season long. Learn more at Sloan.com.
Hyundai gives you America's best warranty on every new vehicle. It includes a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, plus 24/7 roadside assistance. That's peace of mind from Hyundai. And these days, that's priceless.
Right now, for a limited time, lease the Hyundai Elantra for $179 a month or get $2,000 total savings. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end July 6th. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Benny's goes to the dogs. Every time the Cubs leadoff man gets a hit, Benny's Beverage Depot donates $200 to area service dog charities. Here's toasting to man's best friend. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Did you know you could earn up to $600 when you open a checking account at Old National Bank?
$600? You could do a lot with that. Like tickets to somewhere warm?
Now boarding for Miami.
Or tickets to your favorite band.
Or tickets to your favorite band in Miami.
Boom! Now you're talking.
Earn up to a $600 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Additional restrictions apply. Visit oldnational.com/checking. Offer valid through June 30th, 2026. Member FDIC.
Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit BenjaminMoore.com today.
Time to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app. Save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Top of the 8th inning in Vegas. The A's leading the Rockies 5-4. Nick Kurtz and Shea Langoliers both going deep for the Athletics.
Trent Thornton, the new dad, is also the new pitcher in the game right now. And he'll fire outside to Matt Chapman. Trent back from a paternity leave. His wife Stacy. Here's the ground ball toward the middle, glove by Horner, playing him perfectly, makes the play to first, out number 1. And Stacy gave birth to a beautiful baby boy.
Yeah.
And we're trying to get his name. But we congratulate all of them. Thornton ready for the first pitch to Drew Gilbert. And that first pitch is off the inside corner. 1-0. And my dad was Virgil Herbert Hughes. And he called me, well, he and my mom. Here's a bouncing ball. Diving stop by Nico. Gets up and throws to first. He got it. Oh, what a play. Nico with a sensational play in shallow right field. Not only impressive the way he dove and gloved it cleanly, but how quickly he got up and made the throw, Ron. Wow.
Yeah, so he dives and starts diving on the grass after making the catch and just pops right up and then throws a bullet to Michael Bush to get the out. Great play by Nico Horner.
2 down, nobody on. Normally we put a star in our book on a play. I'm putting 2 stars on that one. That ball had base hit written all over it.
How about that being our catch of the game? What do you think?
Sure. And we found out the name of the son, Hayes Thornton. Zach, thank you.
That'll be our Hayes Thornton. I like it.
That's very nice. And we understand everyone is doing well, so
good.
Thank goodness for that. Here's a swing and a miss. But my late father, Ron, was Virgil Herbert Hughes, and he called me Virgil. And he would also tell people in the neighborhood, I'll give you $5 if you name your son Virgil. Not one person ever took him up on it.
Huh.
Pop up into shallow right. Shocking, isn't it? And the catch by Suzuki in right field ends the inning. No runs, no hits,
but
none
we do
left.
have a Virgil.
Only one. 5-0 Cubs. We go on the score. And the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Nico Horner. Pat and Ron, every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Your heart. You'd never think of purposely stopping it. I'm Tara, and when my team at Northwestern Memorial Hospital found a malformation in my brain, my cardiologist and neurosurgeon said the only way to save me was to stop my heart, which they did, 12 times.
Nationally ranked for neurology and neurosurgery by U.S. News and World Report, Tara's team collaborated to temporarily stop blood flow, allowing a catheter to reach your brain and permanently obliterate the malformation. Northwestern Medicine. Better.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. My best advice to you when hiring a lawyer for your injury case is simple. If you know court personnel, ask them who they'd hire. They know. If you know an insurance adjuster, ask them. They know. And then ask them about us. Ask them about Morgan & Morgan. They know. I look forward to talking to you soon. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm for the people. Injured? Dial Pound Law.
Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
Who's on first? Southwest Airlines, ranked first among U.S. airlines by the Wall Street Journal. Based on WSJ's 2025 rankings. See southwest.com/WSJ.
Top of the ninth, Cubs leading the Giants 6-0. Ninth inning is sponsored by Circa Resort and Casino. Get ready for the time of your life. CircaLasVegas.com. Pat?
Cubs on top, looking good. 5-0, ninth inning. Ryan Walker, the side-arming right-hander, will deliver the first pitch low. Actually, it's in there for a called strike to Nico Horner. What a play by Nico, though, defensively in the top of the inning. I anticipate Nico getting hot with the bat any time soon.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
He's simply too good of a hitter, Ron, to continue to struggle the way he has.
Absolutely. First out in the inning, sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. He really hitting some bad luck in Colorado. He hit 4 or 5 balls right on the button, right at people.
He did pick up a sacrifice fly tonight, so he did make a contribution. Grounded out the other 2 times. And drills one right to the third baseman, Chapman. You can't hit a ball any harder. And Nico's frustration continues.
Yeah, this ball scorched, but right at Chapman. I mean, would have hit Chapman right in the chest if he didn't put his glove up.
As a hitter, you know you really won the battle.
Yeah.
You couldn't hit a ball any harder than he just did, but it was right to the defensive player. Moises Ballesteros looks at a strike. Cubs on top, 5-0 in the ninth. Ron, you were the winner in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. There's a foul drive down the right field side, back out of play. So that's the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. Ron Coomer guessed 39,200, off by just about 1,000. Zach is preparing his postgame show. The Old National Bank Cubs radio postgame show, the official bank of the Cubs radio network. Here comes the 0-2. Ballesteros takes inside. Zach will have all the scores for you. And when you play out here on the West Coast, almost every single game has been put to bed. Here's the 1-2. Line down the left field line, foul. Cubs 5 runs, 6 hits tonight. Giants no runs, 3 hits.
Ballesteros hit that one right off the end of the bat, so it broke his bat.
Ron, I know you're thinking, and you'll be naming the Benny's Beverage Depot Toast of the Game ball player.
Yeah, I think we got him already.
Certainly some candidates.
Yeah. Got a big home run by Michael Busch, 3-run homer. But I think if we want to do it right now, we certainly can. How about Javier Assad? 6 innings, 3 hit balls, shutout baseball, 5 punch-outs, and 1 walk.
Just another great outing by him. And that's 2 games in a row, both against this Giants team. And I don't think there's any question that he has, at least temporarily, earned a spot in the rotation.
Yeah, no doubt. He's got 12 1/3 innings of shutout baseball in the same week against a good lineup here in San Francisco.
Now the 1-2 to Ballesteros is up and in. 2-2.
So Javi will be our toast of the game ball player.
Here comes the 2-2 offering. A late swing and a foul over toward the third base dugout area.
And as the toast of the game ball player, it's sponsored by Benny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Tomorrow night, game 2, Ben Brown on the mound against Trevor McDonald. Swinging a foul back, out of play. A couple of big right-handers, Ben Brown and Trevor McDonald. It'll get underway at 9:05 Central Time. And again, we thank you for staying up and listening to Cubs radio in the late hours. Sunday, a day game at 2:10. Here's another foul off to the left. We could get a foul ball where we are, Ron. It's not out of the question.
No, you definitely could, yeah.
And now the 2-2 pitch from Ryan Walker is swung on and missed. And that's going to be the second out in the inning. The starters on Sunday for the day game, Colin Ray against Logan Webb. Webb can be good, but he's also been beaten 4 times this year, Ron. He's 3-4. His ERA is good, but not great. It's 3.88. Cubs will be home on Monday night to take on Colorado. Go to Cubs.com for ticket info.
Are there any other teams in the league other than San Francisco and Colorado? Kind of seems like we've been playing them for a month.
It will be 12 in a row against only those 2 teams by Wednesday night of next week. Yep, 12 straight. Fly ball to center. It's caught by Gilbert. Cubs don't score. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Cubs 5, Giants nothing on the score. And the Nielsen Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Craig Counsell. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, Coom here. Stats don't lie. Want MVP numbers and light beer? That's Flight by Yuengling. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp, refreshing. That's elite efficiency. Other beers, padding stats with extra carbs and no flavor. Care about your beer stats? The choice is obvious. Flight is dominating. Numbers don't lie, Chicago. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Man, with these Bosch lasers, I can knock out the job.
You tell him, champ.
Who are you?
I'm your inner Bosch.
My inner...
Bosch, baby. I'm that feeling you get when you got a job on the ropes.
Like a window install?
One you're about to knock out with Bosch lasers.
Oh.
More like KO, am I right?
Was that a punchline?
Sure was, Laser Man.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi at the same price for 5 years? During the Xfinity Summer Savings Event, now through June 15th, new customers can get our best price on gig Wi-Fi. Just $50 a month for 5 years. No annual contracts, no hidden fees. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Speed vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable.
We're gearing up for another season, and you can too at Suits 2020 in Niles. More than just amazing suits, casual wear, sportswear, and more. Suits 2020, the latest fashions at the lowest prices.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Pat?
Luis Arraez will lead off the 9th inning for the Giants. Arraez 1 for 4 in the game. Left-handed batter. He'll take high for a ball. Trent Thornton trying to nail it down. It is Javier Assad's game to win. Giants with only 3 hits. Here's a high fly ball to right, deep but playable. Suzuki drifting toward right center with lots of room, makes the catch. And that's out number 1.
My great start here in the 9th. That's exactly what you wanted to do, is to get Arraez out here in this 9th inning.
1 away, Bryce Eldridge the batter. Eldridge with a couple of hits, 2 for 3. So he has 2 of their 3 hits in the game. He takes ball 1. Thornton's next pitch, that's going to miss a little bit high, 2-0. Some of the fans heading for the exits. 38,000 were here, 38,115. There's a strike. Cubs trying to put together back-to-back wins. An inch above the 500 mark by 2 games. The 2-1 on the way. Bouncing in there, and it bounced up and hit the batter. I'm not sure if they're going to give him his base.
Thornton has had a couple times now where he's landed short, and he's landed very awkwardly, and the ball bounces, the pitch bounces well in front of home plate. I mean, like 4 or 5 feet. Now they're going to go out and check on him.
Craig Counsell and one of the trainers, Neil Ramp, out to take a look at Trent Thornton.
Now, I don't know if it's an issue because the last one that he just did here, it looked like he rolled his ankle a little bit, his landing ankle. And I think what they're going to try to do, I would guess they're going to try to fix the landing area is what they're going to try to do. Yeah, see, that's the problem, is he's landing in a spot in front of the hole that's presently there, and he's rolling his ankle. So I think they're going to try to get the ground screw out and try to dig out that hole a little bit.
So far, I just see a guy running over toward the first base dugout area. Meanwhile, time has been halted.
Good for Todd Tishner, the home plate umpire. You know, Thornton was going to try to throw another pitch after digging it out with a spike, and Tishner standing right in front of him saying, there's no reason to do that. We've already stopped the game. Let the ground screw come out and let them fix the hole, and now you don't take a chance in rolling your ankle. Let's just let them come out and do what they need to do. Fans aren't going to be real happy in here. Then now they're figuring out what's going on. But that's what you got to do. He's rolled his ankle twice now, landing in that hole in front.
So while they fix that, this is a good time to remind you can score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, they've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Cubs, the official source for your Chicago Cubs gear. And if you guys want, I can take a look at all the rest of the games that have taken place around Major League Baseball tonight.
Please do, Zach.
Including one other game that is still in progress. Bottom of the 8th inning in Vegas. A's leading the Rockies 5-4. Nick Kurtz and Shea Langoliers both going deep for the Athletics. The Marlins beat the Pirates 8-3. Sandy Alcantara gets the win. He also picked up career strikeout number 1,000 in that game. The Mariners a 10-2 drubbing of the Nationals. Colt Emerson hit a 2-run home run in that one. Orioles beat the Padres 7-3. Other action, the Guardians edged the Tigers 3-2. It was the Red Sox 10, Rangers 1. Ceddanne Rafaela with 3 runs batted in the Red Sox victory. Mets beat the Braves 7-5. Bo Bichette went deep twice, including a grand slam. The Diamondbacks a 5-2 winner over the Reds. Blue Jays beat the Yankees 8-5. And the Brewers shut out the Phillies 6-0. Pat?
All right, Zach, we are ready for the resumption of play. Thank you. And a swing and a miss by Bryce Eldridge, and the count is 3-2. One away, bottom of the 9th inning. Cubs on top 5-0. And a 3-2 count on the left-handed batting Bryce Eldridge. Here comes the pitch by Thornton. Hit in the air, deep right field, back toward the wall. It's a home run.
So this is that short porch and right we were talking about. Eldridge goes out and gets this ball and hooks it and just barely clears that right field wall. It's a tall wall, but it's very short, only 309, and this one lands in the first row.
So the Giants get on the board with one away in the 9th inning. It's now a 5-1 ball game. Eldridge with his 5th home run. And it was a solid liner that left the park in a hurry. Casey Schmidt batting. And he'll swing and miss, 0-1. A surprising number of fans have hung around to see how it turns out. Swinging a foul back.
I'm guessing that fireworks night has something to do with it.
Actually, Ron, as you mentioned that, it probably has everything to do with it. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Outside, it's 1-2. So these fans were restless and waiting for the fireworks, and that's why they didn't like to see the grounds crew run out on the field.
Sure.
Tough crowd.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-2. Inside, it's 2-2.
Schmidt threw his left elbow out there, hoping that ball might clip him, and it just missed him.
Casey Schmidt waiting for the 2-2. It's on the way. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Thornton gets the strikeout. The Giants are down to their last out.
Good pitch by Thornton. This little slider straight downward tilt to get the punch out. We're putting your guests to work here, Patrick.
Here's a pitch in there for a call strike. It is Kylie Hughes, the daughter of my brother Chuck. Chuck and Sue are here. And the 0-1 pitch, swing and a foul back. It says, don't forget to read the Fly the W read. I know I've got that around here somewhere.
We got a little bit of time still.
The next offering is taken high. Yeah, this is one of those things you should not read prematurely.
No, I would suggest that.
It would be bad karma.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now the 1-2 to Rafael Devers. It's taken high. Eldridge, homering a minute ago, had the walk-off grand slam Wednesday against Washington, so he's having a good week. Here's the 2-2. Fly ball to right down the line and foul. It had home run distance, but it was pulled foul. And the fans down the right field line don't have the angle that we do. They were thinking it was going to be a home run.
Yeah, it was definitely fouled by 25, 30 feet.
Giants still down to their last strike, the 2-2. Strike 3 called, ball game over. The Cubs have beaten the Giants by a score of 5-1. Javier Assad with another pitching gem. Michael Busch with a big 3-run homer. Seiya Suzuki had a big RBI double. Nico Horner drove in a run with a sac fly, but a much-needed win for the Cubs, who now have won 2 in a row.
Yeah, very good ball game for the Cubs. Big swing of the bat for Michael Busch to give the Cubs the 5-run lead. But tonight, the story's Javier Assad. This is 12 1/3 innings in the same week of throwing shutout baseball against San Francisco.
Ron, it's time to fly the W. Sponsored by Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the Chicago Cubs. 5-1 the final. Back with the totals and summaries right after this on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here on 104.3 The Score and the Northwestern Radio Network.
When only the best will do, choose Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. With rich color, smooth coverage, and unbeatable durability, Benjamin Moore is paint that performs. Stains wipe away easily, and the finish stays beautiful for years to come. Available in 3,500 colors and exclusively at locally owned Benjamin Moore stores. Ready to transform your space? Visit BenjaminMoore.com to find a retailer near you. Regal Select, trusted by pros, loved by homeowners.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code ACTIVATE to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code ACTIVATE to borrow up to $10,000. Use code ACTIVATE to borrow up to $10,000.
When choosing a financial partner, you want people you trust. At Consumers Credit Union, you can trust they put you first. Partner with the people in your corner at myconsumers.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, it's Speegs. Now's the time to complete that painting project you've been putting off with CertaPro Painters. They provide a free estimate quickly and at the right price. I had a great experience with CertaPro. CertaPro Painters gave reliable updates and communication. Celebrate America's 250th anniversary with CertaPro Painters and get $250 off projects of $2,500 or more. Schedule by July 10th and let freedom and fresh paint ring. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C.
Each CertaPro Painter's business is independently owned and operated.
Shop Grand Appliance for expert advice, fast delivery, professional installation, and of course, the lowest prices every day on top brands like Samsung. Visit grandappliance.com for full details.
Cubs win it by a score of 5-1. Here are the game totals for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 5 runs, 6 hits, and 2 errors. For the San Francisco Giants, 1 run on 4 hits and no errors. The winning pitcher, Javier Assad, 4-1. The losing pitcher, Landon Roop, 5-7. It was a 2-hour and 31-minute ball game seen by 38,115. So the Cubs have won back-to-back games, and they start this series on a very favorable note, Ron.
Yeah, an outstanding performance by Assad. The offense did its job by, some big hits in the ball game, as we saw. And, the other thing, too, and we were talking about this earlier, they got the lead right away. And I think when that happens, Nico with the sac fly, Cubs scored early. He knocked in the second one, and then Bushy kind of capping it off with the big 3-run homer. When you play with the lead, I think it's a different ball club. Especially when your offense is struggling a little bit. Today was an outstanding performance in Assad. You talk about a good week of baseball for him. He has been outstanding.
Ron, we will look forward to tomorrow night's game. Again, it starts a little earlier at 9:05 Central Time tomorrow night.
All right. I'll see you tomorrow night, partner.
Sounds good, Ron. Thank you. Thanks to Zach Zaidman for all of his outstanding work. Zach's postgame show is right around the corner. For former Cub and All-Star Ron Coomer, it's Pat Hughes saying thank you for listening and good night from Northern California, Oracle Park in San Francisco. Again, the final, the Chicago Cubs 5 and the San Francisco Giants 1. Zach's postgame show is next, right after this on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast has been presented by ZipRecruiter. Find out why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try it free at ZipRecruiter.com/team.
Chicago Cubs baseball on WSCR 104.3 The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network has been presented to you in part by the Volvo XC90, Benny's Beverage Depot, Benjamin Moore, James Hardy Building Products, Laturo Tire, It's Not a Game, Illinois.com, Old National Bank, Roofers and Waterproofers Joint Apprenticeship Program, Joel Godwine, Sloan, Southwest Airlines, Xfinity, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, and Yingling, the oldest brewery in America.
This is your home for every pitch of Cubs baseball on 104.3 The Score and the Cubs Radio Network.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? During the Xfinity Summer Savings Event, now through June 15th, new customers can get our best price on gig Wi-Fi, just $50 a month for 5 years. And get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them, like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. Plus, add 1 line of Xfinity Mobile Select and you can save an average of $60 a month over Verizon and AT&T. You can even try it free for a year. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities during the Xfinity Summer Savings Event. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Savings based on 1 gig internet and 1 mobile select line compared to similar Verizon and AT&T plans over 5 years. After 12 months, regular rates apply.